Oh, welcome to the Los Alamitos Youth Baseball Fields today. It's the third round action, the 2013 Bronco World Series. Los Alamitos is going up against Los Mochis, Mexico. Third round game. If they win today, they will be going to the championship tomorrow. If they lose, they got to play another game against Mexico again at noon tomorrow. I'm Larry Strother. Help me with the game today. Greg Harris. Greg,
how you doing, Larry? Good to be back.
Yeah, Los Al playing pretty well so far.
Well, I'll tell you what. For a team that comes into here not knowing what they're all about, and just put together, get ready for this tournament, and they have absolutely shined. The first game was awesome in the extra innings, winning on a home run, and then yesterday bringing out the bats early in the game, and the home runs are starting to show up. The better teams are starting to catch up to hitting. The defense is being good, and it's starting to turn into a real good tournament right now.
Speaking of home runs, Mexico has a couple players that are jacking that ball pretty far today.
Well, there's a few of them that should be playing at Big League Park. I mean, there's some balls here hitting so far. Like last night, we heard that Chafee hit one into a pool yesterday across the street.
Across Farquhar.
Across the ditch, off the street, and into a pool. So hopefully there was nobody in it.
And then today, one of the players in Mexico hit the flags way out there. That's almost across that street, which is Lexington, coming in. So that's a pretty good shot.
That's a 380 shot from right here. I mean, if you look at it, if you're hitting on a Pony League field, it'd be on the houses, beyond the fence there. So there's some balls hitting mighty far, and there's some strong guys coming through. And now they're getting into the pitching later on now. So you're seeing kids that haven't had a chance to pitch much. Now the bats are coming alive.
All right, I know we had a lot of fun talking about the old days of the field. With us right now, the player had a lot of fun in the old days of the field. It's like Kevin Lamp.
This is great being here. The last time I was here was 45 years ago.
Really? That long?
It's been a long time. And actually, Greg and I played on the All-Star team when we were 12. And we had some memories with that. I ended up beating Bellflower the first game, 1-0. Then he pitched the second game, beat Long Beach 2-0, and then with 2 days rest, you could pitch every other game. So I tried to pitch with 2 days rest and didn't get out of the first inning. So
it was a lot different in those days because one loss and you were out, right?
Yeah, one and you were done. And but we had some great players over the years, and Greg and I played for many years, and my dad actually coached them, and we've had some great memories over the years.
Now, when you played, and obviously your brother Dennis Lamp, one of the all-time greats here at the Los Al Fields, played for the Cubs. How many different teams did he play for in the Major League?
I think about 6. He came up with the Cubs, and then he played with the White Sox, and then he played with Toronto. He played with Boston.
Well, in Boston, he played with you, right?
We played together for 3 or 4 years.
Yeah, they were teammates there. And it was really hard not real hard, but it was kind of tough to have to follow Dennis's act because he was on a team here.
But you did very well for yourself. We went to Cyprus, right?
Yeah, I went to Cyprus and I played at Long Beach State. And, I did fine, but it was great because Dennis is the only team that went 21-0 ever here. And that was
a
tough act. And my dad was great. And as his dad, it was really great that they were so involved with us as kids. And I think that's, it's great when the parents are involved and do a great job.
All right, well, Kevin's going to be back with us a little later on during the game. We'll talk about more about the old days and also his take on what's going on here, Greg. So you ready for a good game?
Let's go. I mean, this is where you want to be right now, semifinals, and, let's see who comes out ahead here. Should be a good game.
Los Alamitos, Mexico, right after this.
Quit playing around and clean out the garage.
Quit playing around, huh? I'll show her. Let's go, Joe. Nice.
Clean out your garage and sell Play It Again Sports, your gently used sports and fitness gear.
All right, we are getting ready for the start of the game. Los Alamitos will be up to plate first. So Mexico is the home team here. So, Greg, what's Los Alamitos got to do tonight?
Leading off with Marsh, who had a great pitching performance first game, and good leadoff hitter, and a guy that swings the bat with good speed.
Marsh has liked to go after the early pitches a couple times. It's gone right back up the middle, both against the other night against West Raleigh and last night against Evansville. So
Plus, they're going to be facing Payan tonight, which is the left-hander, and a lot of balls will be fading away from right-handers. So hopefully they can make adjustments, hit the ball to right center. If you try to pull a lefty and give up a lot of fly balls and grounders.
did you have a chance to watch Payan pitch the other night?
I missed that. Like I say, I just couldn't make it last night. Had other commitments, but anytime you see a lefty out there, they're always special. So it's just they got that natural ball that fades away.
Three balls. Not a great start for Payan right now. Good eye for Marsh, though.
Now you're getting to a point where it's nervous time. I think Mexico knows what they have to go out and do now. I mean, when you're on the cusp, but you have to win 2 to move on. It just puts a lot more pressure on you. And once the first inning jitters are over, but they're here to have to win 2 if they want to move on till tomorrow.
What's it like, though? They had to win earlier today. That takes something out of you?
It does. It also goes through your pitching. This year when we were, playing for the playoffs in Saddleback with Long Beach Cypress Junior College, we lost the first game and had to win 4 straight.
That's right.
To move on to go to Fresno for the state finals. But it puts a lot of pressure on you, and you got to just pitch and play defense, and hopefully your offense gives you enough to win.
A little bit of a move over there, not very serious one.
That's probably just what we call a show-me move. Just let you know he's there. Guarantee he's going to have a better one.
Braden Murphy is the batter for Los Alamitos right now. When Marsh pitches, Murphy starts at shortstop. The son of Newport Harbor baseball coach Patrick Murphy.
Yep, know Patrick very well. And
were you coaching at Los Al when he was
I
coaching?
was kind of like missed him. The time I came to Los Al from Cypress to coach for 2 years, I guess he was there and he had moved on and got the job at
Newport Harbor.
And I think he's done a good job. It's just a kind of a tough atmosphere over there. It's a small high school that is all about football, but it's just there. Get some good talent here and there. I know the first year he coached over there, they had probably one of the better hitting offenses I've seen in high school in a long time, besides Esperanza.
0-2 pitch.
There's a little more hang time on that one.
Now, Los Al coach John Lazar says his team likes to go up against fastball pitchers.
Well, it looks like right now he's just keeping everybody off, away. Everything's away. Everything's away. Curveball.
Away again.
A little high. Say he's doing a good job of keeping Marsh close. He doesn't have a very big lead.
1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. No outs. We are just underway here at the Los Al Youth Baseball Fields. 3rd round action, Los Alamitos.
There he goes, first move.
Got him caught there, so he had to go to first base.
Good guess, yes, he had to go.
Otherwise, it would have balked him over. So.
Yeah, he got that hang move and just didn't get rid of it quick enough. That's basically what's going to have to happen today. You're going to have to take a guess and go on first move, and hopefully he's that slow.
Marsh, the pitcher, the leadoff hitter, also for Los Alamitos. 2nd fastest man on the team.
Another good curveball there for strike 3 called. Like you say, I don't know how many left-handers the kids get to face at this age, but it's a lot different if you haven't seen too many. It's going to take a little while to make adjustments.
J.J. Cruz, 2 home runs last night.
2 home runs last night.
2 home runs, 1 to the left center. 1 a nice shot to right center. 1 to left center. I didn't know if it was going to be out at first. It just kept hanging up there, and the Evansville players ran out of real estate.
Let's see.
1 ball count.
Curveball down and in. Two-zero count. Should be a good opportunity to get a good cut right here. Yep, got a fastball, just almost took his head off.
3-0 count. This is Cruz's first year playing over here in the LaSalle League. Pretty good showing for.
No, I mean, before the tournament started, they're saying that he had some really good tournament play, swung the bat real well. That's why he's batting third. Left-hander, good bat speed.
Plays third
Obviously
base.
a good player. Plays third base and has good power.
So Cruz draws the walk. Los Alamitos, runners at first and second. And here's the man that's carried the big bat so far. He had the game-winning home run on Thursday night.
Yes, he did.
A walk-off home run.
So he's the talk of the town right now after what he did last night.
That one went to right field. He hit it over the fence there. And then last night, he crushed one that went over Farquhar.
Yeah, somebody says it was high as the light standards, and that's pretty what we call a moonshot.
It was still going up when it cleared the fence. Easily.
It's just phenomenal power. Curveball. I tell you, they're well disciplined. They're taking the off speed early, it seems like. Nobody's swinging at that curveball yet. And right now sitting on one pitch.
1-1 to count. Takes it, second ball.
I'll tell you what, very patient for a power hitter. He's really selective. 2 games, he hadn't swung at too many bad pitches. He's been patient, looking for that one good one to hit.
Nobody at Los Al's really taking that big of a lead at this point. Tried to hold up, couldn't.
Yeah, that's just. He was probably thinking fastball's coming, and then he threw that slow curveball.
Kind of like the second pitcher that they faced the other night. That slower. And
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was funny. When we did autographs yesterday, I was talking to him and
ball 3.
talking about how good a job he did, because he really did kept LaSalle off balance all day. And I go, well, how do you throw those curveballs, change-ups? It was slower and slowest. And all he said was, I just hold the grip lighter. He didn't change anything on his grip. He just slowed his arm speed down, and then he had that slow floating curveball. So
it kept the hitters off balance.
He
did
sure
a good
did.
job. Chapey strikes out.
Yep, there's that pitch you can't lay off of. Pretty good break, too. It's not a little one. It's got a pretty good big break to it.
The Mexico manager wants to go out and have a little conversation right now. The manager, Aurelio Valenzuela. His son, Eric Valenzuela, is the catcher on the team.
We got Scott coming up. I don't know what this would be about.
Kyle ripped the ball really hard last night in the first inning. We pointed out before that a little bit of a local story here. Kyle Scott is the son of Mike Scott, who was a member of that 1983 Bronco World Championship team from Los Al. He's also coached by Dave Scott, Kyle's grandfather.
Yep, had to talk to him last couple of days. Yep, they're a little bit out in front of them today.
Kyle's also the grandson of one of our Los Al TV producers, John Underwood.
Huh.
Oh, 1 the count. Got that one by him.
Well, like I say, he hasn't thrown anything in yet. Everything's been away, soft away. So he's has a pretty good scouting report going right now.
They saw that Los Al has shown they'd like to hit that fastball.
There's no doubt, but let's see what happens when it's on the outside corner most of the evening.
Got him fishing
Yep,
again.
there's that curveball again.
So, Mr. Payan, good first inning for
Good
Jose
first
Payan.
inning. Yep, walked the first guy, was able to come back and make the pitches and went through the heart of their lineup.
So we're going to go to the bottom of the first inning. Score is 0 with Mexico coming to bat. Want to take a chance right now to thank some of the people who sponsored this game for us. That's the Gorman team. There. Brian Gorman, who's the league president. His son Wyatt is the second baseman tonight. There's Brenda Gorman, longtime local figure. Jennifer Robbins, who's back in Bowling Green, Kentucky with her daughter for a girls softball tournament. Big weekend for the Gorman Robbins family. And husband Jeff over there, who gets left out of the conversation a lot, but don't want to be derelict and not mention it. But he's working just as hard as they are.
That's right. Always remember that one.
Yeah, when the Gormans come to watch a game, that whole extended family, it's not just a couple of parents. It's like about an army of 40
No,
here.
it comes in a bus. You know, they get the big bus out and 12-passenger job and brings them here. Great support.
Yeah, the cousins, the Rudicks, Lou Rudick and Cheryl, and they have sons who play soccer, Aaron and Sam, and watched them play for Los Al this year. And the entire Gorman clan was at their games. Probably yelling louder than the Rudicks were. Okay, we'll see how Marsh does. He threw a lot of pitches the other night.
He threw 98 pitches, 5 2/3, and I guess there's a 40-hour rest period, so they figure it comes under that.
We had him 98. The official count came in at 93.
93.
I don't know how much difference that makes, because it's still a lot of pitches.
It's 90 pitches in 5 innings was a lot, but like I say, he was.
That one looks
That
like
one
it's
looks
not
like
treated well. Mexico is on top.
That was way over his head. How did he hit that one?
That was the
Wow, way out of the zone. He still got a bat on it.
pitcher, Jose Payan, saying hello.
Leading off. Hello, left-handed hitter. Yeah, like we were talking about, Marsh needs to keep the ball down and did a good job the other start, mixed in his breaking balls. And just every once in a while, a team, especially with Mexico, you got to keep the ball down. They're definitely a high ball hitting team, what I've seen. And there's a prime example. That ball was well over shoulder height.
So I think Los Al, this is probably the first time they found themselves down in this tournament.
Yeah.
How are they going to respond? They've responded pretty well on a couple of occasions when they gave up leads.
Yeah, they were in every game, so like you say, you still got to score to win. So it's just the first inning, and
This batter is catcher Eric Valenzuela.
he's the one that's hit some pretty long bombs here yesterday.
Excuse me, he's not the catcher. I'm sorry, I was misreading my 2 in the batting order for my 2 on the score sheet. Luis Miranda is the catcher. Inside. 1-2 the count.
Well, so far, Marsh is pitching them in. Didn't want to get their hands extended, and most of these pitches have been inside. He's trying to crowd them early and pitch away late.
2-2 the count. A little off the plate. Bursick blocks it. Throws it back to Marsh. Go to a full count. 3-2. Marsh throwing a little hard there. Inside.
Yeah, it's not as sharp right now. He's just a little high, a little low.
That's like the same umpiring crew we had the other night.
Same umpire crew. I think what I observed, the batter kind of gave a little dirty look to the pitcher on the way to first on that walk because it was down and in off his toes. I think he needs to understand that we weren't trying to hit him, but he was just pitching down and in.
So the manager, I guess we have to wait for the interpreter to go
Here
over
comes
as well.
the interpreter.
Which is always a dicey proposition. We were talking to one of the umpiring crew, and they said they warned somebody, and they're just basically saying, one warning, just telling them you can't do something.
Yeah, and they thought they were going to kick him out. Or
Yeah, the interpreter did it, so if you do it again, you'll be kicked out of the game.
Kicked out of the game.
It's a slight difference of interpretation.
You say one thing and it gets translated another, and something like that would never happen. But it was just ironic that that's how they interpret it, and I think under the circumstances, it never happened again, did it?
No, it didn't.
So whatever did, it worked.
Okay, we're going to bring up the shortstop, Gerardo Mendoza. Good-looking player.
Yeah, this is the one who pitched the first day, and just what a good arm and good-looking athlete.
So Marsh has given up a home run and a walk to his first two batters. Looking to get Mendoza into the dirt, blocked by Bursick. Runner holds. There's a strike.
Yep, there's that breaking ball that we saw the first night. If he can get that down and keep it down there, that's going to be effective tonight.
Does he look as smooth as he did?
No, he looks a little not as energetic. I mean, it's still, 92 pitches, a day off, and then pitch again. That's
sometimes you can just get back in the right motion. Sometimes,
yeah,
it takes an inning to work into it or so.
Plus, you lose a little bit because it's only been basically 40 hours rest.
Reach for it.
Runner goes to second. Looked like it was a hit and run.
Valenzuela is definitely running. Counts 1-2. Runners in scoring position. No outs. Mexico ahead 1-0.
Another breaking ball down the way. Good spot.
Big strikeout.
Got the 3-4 hitters coming up.
So number 4 here is now Jose Ramos. Ramos played third base the other day.
The third baseman, yes.
He's hit the ball pretty far at times.
Yep, he's still trying to pull everything. Good location by Marsh.
The coach Aurelio Valenzuela, third base, saying, "What are you doing? Come on, just make contact. You don't have to. It'll go out if you just make basic contact."
And well, like you say, he thinks it's a fastball. It's a nice, sharp break. It's almost like a slider, not a curveball, so it's very effective.
0-2, Marsh is ahead on Ramos.
Try to
Down
throw a
the
fastball down the right field line.
That's fair. Into the corner.
That ball was
RBI.
up, didn't get the ball down. Like I say, his breaking balls are down, his fastballs are flat.
So Mexico now gets their second run. Coach Nick Casano comes out to talk to Marsh. Casano was one of the coaches over at Los Al High School.
Yeah,
And
him
coaching
and Steve
the
Lewis
JV
were
team.
coaches together, yep. And we found out that Steve Lewis is going to go to the freshman level this next year. I don't know if that whole staff's going with him, which would be a really good.
I think he and Casano are both going down to the freshman
which
level.
is, I think, a real plus because, the most important level, I believe, is the incoming freshman class. To be able to make the adjustment from the Point League field to the big high school field, and the game's played a little bit bigger and a lot more things to learn. So that'll be a good crew to teach them how to make that adjustment.
All right, this is the catcher, Luis Miranda. Already got a ball on him. Ramos with a little bit of a lead over there at first. Marsh delivers. Foul ball down the third baseline. J.J. Cruz picks it up over to Braden Murphy. Going to throw it back to Marsh after it's inspected to make sure that ball is worth of stay in play, and the ump takes it out of play. Called strike. Ramos takes his lead. Marsh delivers. Inside, gets away from Bursick, but Ramos is not going anywhere. Just seems out of rhythm right now. Just not into the groove.
Yeah,
just
it's just, again, it could be with the type of game it is. Him coming off a big game on Thursday.
Pop out to Chafee right there.
Yeah, made a good pitch. Like I say, you keep it to a minimal first inning. You still got plenty of opportunities coming. Just has to find that groove, and biggest thing is be able to spot that fastball a little bit better.
And this is 34, Carlos Medina. First baseman.
That was a
Swings at the
better
first
location there, fastball away. Swung right over it. He's keep the ball out of the air today. A lot of grounders.
Fouled that one away. Wind looks like it's blowing from right to left.
Yeah, that's our standard wind blowing here. It comes from the ocean. It goes from one foul pole to the other.
Very consistent around here.
Yeah, you can always count on it.
Runner's going.
Got a good jump.
Throw is off to the right. Bursick's throw was. Murphy made a nice little stop there. But Ramos is on second base in scoring position. Mexico looking to bring him around. Get another run in this inning.
1-2. Threw a high fastball. Set him up for the breaking pitch. There it is.
Gets the strike.
Good
Medina
job.
goes down.
Yeah.
And so, at the end of one, we have Mexico on top. 2-0.
Worthington Lissack Insurance Services has been serving your area for over 20 years. Our friendly staff will work with you to come up with a policy that works best for you. We work with Mercury, Safeco, Progressive, Fireman's Fund, and the Hartford. We offer coverage for auto and home insurance for homeowners, condos, and renters. We also offer commercial and business insurance, including commercial property, general liability, and more. Call Worthington Lissack Insurance Services at 562-795-5744.
Okay. See if La Salle has learned something from the first inning. See if they can make any adjustments here. Payano hit the home run the first at bat, and he's also the starting pitcher.
Had that off-speed stuff working.
There it is, fastball away again. Strike one. Good easy delivery, nice and smooth, good 3/4. Nothing seems to be forced. Very good curveball.
Payan ahead. 0-2 on the count. All the LaSalle players standing up in the dugout, asking their teammate to come through, get this rally started. Payan with the 1-2 pitch. A little outside. Sounded like it said strike. But he didn't.
Catcher thought so.
Some of the Mexico fans did too. Just misses outside.
Like I say, he's keeping the curveball back door, fastball's back outside, so it's to maybe get on top of the plate and see if they can make something happen.
That's Payan with the pitch. Gets him swinging.
Yeah. All those slow curveballs, you bring in a fastball, it looks like it's coming in there a lot more miles an hour. A little late on that swing.
So Payan, was that 3 strikeouts or 4? I can't remember. Wouldn't make you my notes in the first inning like I should have. I'm forgetting my announcing 101 now lessons. So. It brings up Bursick. Colby Bursick, who's hit 2 home runs in this series so far. Got the team ahead in the first game against West Raleigh. Hit a 2-run shot and got another one last night. Bounces one to second base. High hop. Can Bursick get down the line in time? No. 4-3. He's retired. That's going to bring up Ethan Overby. Overby got a home run, his only at bat last night. Not a bad way to start off your World Series experience.
It's not. Get a chance to play, swing the bat, and a lot of things can happen.
Took one for a strike. Kind of handcuffed him. Payan to the plate. That hesitation's got all those guys.
Yeah, he's got the little
off.
balance, and then all of a sudden here it comes. And looks like his velocity is a little bit more this inning, so I think that nervousness is over. He sat down, he's more relaxed. And
He certainly looks in control right now. Very confident, quickly getting back up to the mound to pitch.
yeah, works fast, gets the ball back, and gets on with it.
It's in the dirt. So we have 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the second inning, at the top of the second. He was
It
tempted.
just must be. That's a tough one to take, boy.
He was tempted. I don't know. That's coming up. Do you think it's going to curve more than it does, or what?
Well, on the outer half, it's going to break more down than it will across. And it just kind of has a really late break to it. You know, it kind of fools you.
Down low. Count goes to 3-2.
It looks like a high fastball. You don't think it's going to be a strike, and all of a sudden the bottom falls out of it.
And Overby swings and goes down.
Yep, there it is.
So Mr. Payan is doing quite well so far. Jose Payan, very much in control of Los Al.
Good to see you.
All right, we are now in the middle of the inning. Mexico trying to help out on his 2-0 lead. Mike Worthington is our sponsor. And we are going to hear a little word from him right now.
Worthington Lissack Insurance Services has been serving your area for over 20 years. Our friendly staff will work with you to come up with a policy that works best for you. We work with Mercury, Safeco, Progressive, Fireman's Fund, and the Hartford. We offer coverage for auto and home insurance for homeowners, condos, and renters. We also offer commercial and business insurance, including commercial property, general liability, and more. Call Worthington Lissack Insurance Services at 562-795-5744.
All right, we are back here at the Los Al Youth Baseball Fields. Michael Marsh on the mound for Los Alamitos, trying to minimize the damage. They're down 2-0. He finished strong in that first inning, so
Yeah, well, he
Los
came
Al
back
team.
with a good fastball blown away for a strike, so that's a good sign.
This is the second baseman, Jose Beltran. Two strikes on him. One-two count. Fouls it off.
That probably has him all set up for that good slider right now. I think he's got the fastball timed. Anytime you hit a ball straight back, it seems like you're right on him. That looked like it was behind him.
It was. It's like
Interesting.
he was really trying to move him back.
Didn't bother
More
him.
than he wanted to, yeah.
Beltran just froze right there.
And Beltran's not bothered. He just
Nope, turns around, gets a hard base hit to left field.
So Mexico with a runner on to start this inning. And that brings up Adrian Rodriguez, the third baseman. Beltran. Not much of a lead right now. Marsh to the plate. Just gets it by. Half swing goes by J.J. Cruz. Nobody's covering third base right now. Marsh runs over quickly.
Wow, good
Sing it.
job there. Knows where to go. Good. Yeah, a little trickery going on there.
Cruz started charging, but then he took that half swing,
Thought
kind
it
of
was a bunt. Yep, and
pushed it by him. Mexico in good shape here. Runners at first and second, no outs. This is Jose Rodriguez, who is the center fielder.
oh, tried to drag bunt. Foul straight back. Trying to drag the third, which will help move those runners over.
I think Mexico got caught up the other day going for the long ball. And I think one of the things the coach did, because I know against Vacaville, he laid down a lot of bunts. Maybe that's just forcing his guys to think,
Make them do the little things.
Yep. Inside.
Yeah, because the first game they played, we didn't see too much of that. It looked like they were just swinging and
The fences are tempted. Tempting,
Their defense was kind of average that day, which kind of kept the game going. And I think they've tightened that up. They've been pretty solid.
Kept it going a long time because we started the Los Al game real late.
Yeah. Another drag bunt. Looks like they're not doing a typical sacrifice. Looks like he's trying to drag bunt and run instead of bunting and then run.
The high pitch, too. That's a tough one to bunt. Runners must have been committed to go already. Showing it. Puts it
He
down.
went.
So he's out, but the runners advance. On the missed third strike on the
It
bunt.
looked like it was a foul ball because they're moving him back. Third strike foul.
So he called the foul there.
Yeah, he tried to dart it and went off the bat. And missed a bump, automatic strike three.
Brings up Payan, who started
Leadoff
things
hitter
off.
again. Yep, only left-hander in the lineup.
Started off with a home run. Greeted Mr. Marsh kind of rudely. Pitch in the dirt, bounces over Bursick's head, and the runners are going to advance to second and third.
I'm busy.
Pass Bursick again, but the runners can't advance.
Yeah, this could be one guy might want to pitch around. Set up for a double play. First base is open. Looks like they might be doing that. They're kind of keeping everything down to them.
Counts 3 balls, no strikes.
Yep. Looked like they didn't give him anything to swing at.
And he was willing to oblige him by taking the base. So now Eric Valenzuela comes to bat. He walked last time.
And they're taking Marsh out. Bringing in Bola. Is that Bola?
That is
The
Bola.
left-hander came in on Thursday and just pitched brilliantly. Left-hander.
He has a lot of different pitches.
He's got the overhand. He has a really good curveball. Good job, spots his fastball real well, keeps it down.
Mexico staff taking jacket out to
Looks like the breeze
pitcher.
has come up, and when you get close to 7 o'clock here, that sea breeze is really chilly, and you know, folks from Los Mochis, which is mostly center, it's a little bit above Mexico City, it gets still warm there. So to come here, have a little sea breeze, it is going to be a little chilly.
I was thinking that's kind of all these teams coming to Southern California, they're probably thinking, we're going to hot
Going to a
Southern
hot
California.
spot.
They don't realize
They
that
don't-
we're on the ocean here.
You know, the morning you got the marine layer, and it's kind of chilly till about 10 or 11, and it clears up, and then it gets real quiet about 6 o'clock. The breeze comes up, and we're fortunate that it's clear blue skies. We got some nice high clouds and no marine layer tonight, so that would make it even more chillier.
Still, by the end, we finished playing close to midnight the other day. And
That breeze was still
the breeze was there, but what I noticed when we left is like it was a lot of dew all over. So
Yeah.
on the ground, balls would
we
skip
we
through.
get that here. You know, morning wake up, everything's wet. And same thing late in the game and late evening, the dew shows up. He's squaring the bunt. Curveball in the dirt.
And
blocks it.
Beltran's going home, and he scores easily. So that makes it 3-0. Beltran scores on the wild pitch, bounced in front of Bursick.
Infield's in.
There's a strike. Valenzuela showing the bunt a little bit there. Keeping the infielders thinking all the time.
Again, he's coming in there. He's not as sharp as he was on Thursday.
Mentally, you know you have a game to lose. Does that affect you?
Yeah, you could take it lightly when, especially at this level. You know, you're feeling good. You're coming off of 2 good games, and you just played a team that played this morning. You know, sometimes that does come back to bite you a little bit because the teams that played this morning know that they have another game and they've got to win 2 more, and you know, it's just you go through your pitching pretty quick.
There's a strike. 3-1's the count. 1 out here in the 3rd inning. Runners at 2nd and 3rd. We've already got 1 run in. Mexico's leading 3-0. Base hit, right field. That's going to bring in 2.
Whoops.
Overby. A little too anxious there, not thinking about the cutoff man. And it pays the price.
Got it down. You had a chance. Mexico's coming out swinging. They're not missing too many pitches today. That ball again was up in the zone, and they hit the ball to right field, and that didn't try to pull off. They're just hitting it where it's pitched.
So, 2-out RBI single for Eric Valenzuela. Advances to 3rd on the throwing error. Los Al infield. looks kind of flat right now. Not a lot of energy out there.
Yeah, the team that keeps pressure on you has a tendency to
take it out of you.
Take it out of you real quick, especially this early in the game.
That's Gerardo Mendoza.
Yeah, right now he's throwing a lot of pitches, pitching behind, balls up in the zone. There's a better location down the way there, swung and missed. Yep, they've got to find some way of picking themselves up. Like you say, it's only the second inning, so it's plenty of time to do something. You just got to kind of stop the bleeding here and try to find a way of getting out of it and getting back on there.
Well, they had Los Al had a 7-0 lead last night, and then an error or two, and all of a sudden they let Evansville get back into it, cut it to 7-5.
You know, it's like anything else. You got the best teams in the world here, and that ball's way foul.
Two count. Up the middle.
Yeah.
Excuse me, up to the left of Gorman.
Left
I'm sorry.
baseman. Now there's a better throw there from Overby. That was perfect. One hop to the home plate. Yep, these they're not missing much.
So Valenzuela goes to third. Mendoza gets another hit from Mexico. This brings up Jose Ramos. The left fielder had a base hit, scored a run in the first inning. Swing and a miss on that one.
Good breaking ball that time.
Fans trying to get Los Al in the game. Good crowd out here
As
again.
they call the bleacher bums out there. You can hear them talking, trying to
out in left field.
Get some energy out there. Looked like a hit and run. That ball was way over his head. Fouled it back. So Mexico's doing everything they can to keep runners moving, hitting and running, stealing, bunting.
It's showing up on the scoreboard right now.
They're doing all the little
lead.
things well. Yep, making contact, hitting the ball the opposite way. I think it's only been one ball pulled to the left side. It's a pretty good move right there.
Valenzuela with the lead at third. Bolo's not even looking at him, just concentrating the run over at first. Bola delivers.
There he goes.
It's high, should be in the field. And
Got
it
that
scores
right up
Valenzuela.
against the fence.
Scott made that one an adventure, looking right into the sun. That must have been really difficult for him to
tough,
judge.
Yep. But he did a good job. He did what you're supposed to. You go to the fence, you stick your hand out, you know where you are, and then he came back and made the good catch. A lot of outfielders assume it's going to go off the fence, and then they stop instead of going to where you need to go, get there, and then he can always come back. So it's a well played catch in left field.
And just finding that ball in that sun.
Yeah,
He's looking right into it
Blinding
right
sun.
there.
It's right there in everybody's eyes.
Ramos does his job, though. He drives in another run. This brings up Miranda. Luis Miranda, the catcher. He popped up to the first baseman last inning. Two ball count. 2 outs.
Well, he's tried every good move he has and keeping them close at first. I think Mendoza's a pretty good runner.
There's a strike. 1-2 the count.
There he goes. Got a good jump. High curveball, so it's perfect pitch to steal on.
And had good wheels going down to the base there, too.
He looks like he runs fast, just by his tall, long legs. Probably about 6 foot, 6'2". Believe it or not, 12 years old, but look. Good curveball.
Miranda went reaching for it. Didn't come up with it. 2 strikes, counts full, 3-2. 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning, Mexico is ahead. 6-0.
There he goes.
Good throw. Mendoza had a good lead on the walk. He takes the base on third. And Miranda goes to first base. Brings up Carlos Medina, who is the first baseman. Bola. Stretch goes over to first.
Well, with 2 outs, I don't know why we're concentrating on the first base runner.
Kind of the same situation we had the other night, but got that balk called on him and forced in the same situation right there.
Just, with 2 outs, first and third, if he steals, let him go. You just concentrate on getting the hitter out. If you worry about the base runners too much, you lose your concentration on what you're really trying to do is get this hitter out with 2 outs.
There's a strike. Speaking of that situation, when they called the balk, had a chance to look at the replay, and umpire Jay Hicks was right.
Yeah,
As
we
you
talked
pointed
about
out.
it that night. It was either a combination of separating his hands too soon or he never cleared the rubber, and
He ended up doing both of those.
he actually did both, but more that stood out was the left foot, when he steps off, has to completely clear the rubber. You cannot be in any contact of it. And he had part of his heel or front toe still on the rubber when he threw to first. Oh, there's a good move.
Runners going home. They wait up. You got to tag him out. There you go.
Well done.
Bursick ran him back to third base just like he's supposed to. They called another balk. Same call again, probably.
No, I think this one is for a left-hander, as far as you can go with your front leg is 45-degree angle, and I got a feeling that looked like more of a straight stride to home plate than it was to first.
All the Los Al parents looking
They
to you
all want to
for-
ask me for
They're
what
all
it was.
asking
I go,
you. And
hey,
Greg's
from my
nodding.
angle, yes, it was. I think it was beyond the 45-degree, and
They're not buying it, Greg.
hey, they weren't buying it on Thursday either. But
We got it right here, I think, on
here
the
it
replay.
comes.
Let's take a look.
It's a replay. I don't know if we can see it from here. Yeah, see the right foot. It's almost like he didn't really step towards first, which you have to do also. So it could be a combination of both. But I think here it looked like he just might not have had a full step to first.
Yeah, it looked
You
like
got
it
to
was-
give some kind of effort. You can't step towards home plate and throw to first.
I've still never understood why not. I know it's against the rules, but I mean, what's the purpose of that rule?
Well, like I say, the biggest thing is when it comes to these kind of moves, you can't deceive the runner, and that is the biggest word in these rules, is deceiving the runner.
But I always wonder why not.
That's the thing. That's the thing. It's been in the rule book forever.
Oh, it certainly has. Yeah.
45-degree angle, and you can. Yeah, it's a good curveball there, but.
All right, Medina goes down swinging, and the damage was done though.
Yep.
Another 5 runs for Mexico.
Like I say, both incidents, there was really, with 2 outs, there's no reason to try to pick somebody off first when, you need to get the hitter out. And
all right, we're going to take a look at this again.
Oh, perfect. Yep. See
yeah, he's going towards home plate there.
He's going towards home, and that's beyond the 45-degree angle off your left toe. Yeah, 45-degree angle. And that was obvious. That was probably more obvious than the one on Thursday.
And if you're the umpire and that's what you're looking for in that situation, that's your job at that particular pitch. Not too hard to spot.
Yeah.
All right, we're changing innings right now. So as we go to the 3rd inning, we just want to point out that, again, some of our sponsors here, CI Solutions. That's Mark Cole. In fact, we got a banner of his over on this left field fence here.
Yeah, there's an old alumni. Yeah.
Got a thing up here. He's got a banner on the fence and pitched a long time at Los Al. I think he's still got the record for most wins in a season.
Yeah.
Did really well, then went and pitched up at Westmont College in Montecito. Another one of our sponsors is Randy Hill, former president of the league.
Yep.
Had a couple sons go through, Austin Hill.
Yep.
Hit a lot of long home runs, and Ross Hill as well. Mom, Diana.
Yeah, Ross ended up being a quarterback at Los Al that, I think, his senior year. Did a good job. He had to fill in or.
We're the 3rd inning now. Los Alamitos finding themselves in a position they have never been in before in this tournament. Wyatt Gorman will be leading off for them.
Looks like they're being patient. They're taking until they get a strike, trying to make Payan throw some strike. He's hardly throwing any pitches. He's throwing everything for a strike.
In the dirt there. Ball 2.
Yep, Wyatt's done a pretty good job hitting this low in the lineup, hit the ball hard on Thursday, and made some great defensive plays in that game that was able to have Los Al prevail.
Gorman takes a strike. 2-2 the count. Jose Payan doing what he's been doing, just patiently working the outside.
Away, and
Gorman reaches out, pokes a single.
Hit down the line. Nice job. Taking the ball away, hitting it down the right field line. That's a good job of hitting. At the top of the order.
Los Al would love to put 1 or 2 across in this inning.
Like I say, now it's the 2nd time around the lineup, and let's see if they've had a little powwow over there to see if they can make some adjustments. So you can tell with Payan how that leg just came straight up and then straight towards the bag. He gives it the hang move. He has a little different variety. He sits up there and sometimes he hangs, thinking you're going to take off, and then he still has a chance to throw over there.
Didn't hesitate that one. Delivers quickly to the plate. Gets a strike against Marsh. Marsh struck out first at bat. First of many so far for Los Al.
Another pitch away.
0-2 count. My guess is going to be away again the way it's been going.
Yeah.
Catcher sets up there.
That's way out there. Yep, he set extra off that time, and he just has good run going on. A late minute sink away from right-handers.
All right, Bola getting his first at bat. When he came in to pitch, Marsh moved back to shortstop. Braden Murphy came out. So lefty against lefty here. Foul over onto the Mustang field. I saw that one go up. I lost that in the sun. I don't know how these players are feeling that ball.
The sun's over there. Yeah,
the
that
ball
was
went
getting
that
up
way,
the
man.
lights.
I'm still blinded.
That's
I
a
can't
ball.
see.
Oh, they didn't call it.
0-1 pitch. Payan to the plate.
Down and in.
Here we are on the top of the third inning. Gorman scraping the ground. Looking to move forward. Bola pulls off.
Yeah, like I say, it's still pretty quiet. I don't see much activity in the bench. Looks like they're still just maybe, I don't know if they're in shock or just, looks like they're just a little flat today.
1-2 is the count. Payan delivers. Bola fouls it off. Gorman takes his lead. Payan doesn't really pay that much attention to him. Fouled down the left field line. Kids scatter. Ball lands on the Mustang field in the right field there.
Doing a good job of battling.
Count remains at 1-2. One out here in the top of the third inning. The score is Mexico 7, Los Alamitos 0. What you see at the top left of your screen is right. Los Al finding itself behind right now. Payan to the plate.
Good job laying off of that one.
He was tempted.
Yeah, I think this is a kind of game to see what kind of character builder is what we call it, to see if he can respond and change the motion of the game. Looks like we got an interpreter talking to Valenzuela, third base coach. Or the head manager there. Not sure what that was all about.
Looked like he was talking about a Bach move or something, but it's kind of strange since it's his man.
Bach move is his pitcher,
His
out there.
yeah. But he was showing something like he was taking position on the mound. Here's the move to the plate.
Another.
Bola fouls off another one. Counts 2-2 still. In the dirt.
It's a good at bat. Good at bat. Making Payan work a little bit.
Throwing more pitches in this inning
Which
than he
is
has
good,
in the
yeah.
other
At
two,
least the one batter.
Payan. Gorman's going.
Ball 4. Maybe
we have
that's
runners
what you
at first
need.
and second.
Stuff like that could, all of a sudden you get something rally going. Even though you got, got one out, threw quite a bit of pitches, drew a walk. Now we got first and second, one out, and one of your best hitters. Now you got 3, 4, 5 coming up. So this could be the opportunity they've been looking for to get something going.
Los Al fans certainly hope so. Batter's going to be J.J. Cruz.
Ooh.
That's a base hit.
Base hit to center field.
Gorman hesitated, didn't know. A misplay by the center fielder. Gorman's going to go home.
Here comes
Here
the
comes
throw
the throw.
home. He's safe. Everybody moves up a base. Just like we talked about. Another good at bat. Triggers off another one.
So Los Al on board.
Now the Bombers coming up.
Gorman hesitated there, almost cost him.
Yeah.
Didn't quite know if that ball was
Had
going
to
to
make
fall.
sure make sure if it was going to get caught or not. So that was good base running.
Andrew Aurelio Valenzuela goes out there, checks out stuff. Jose Rodriguez, when he ran in trying to field that ball in center field, I wonder if he had some trouble with the sun because he's looking into it too as well.
Yeah, I think even though they got those screens in behind up above the stands, I think it's still off to the west a little more. That still, if you look at the shadows, it's in left center, and center fielder's looking right into the sun.
Yep.
Like I say, it's a tough field, and yeah, it looks like he doesn't have any sunglasses on out there either, Larry.
Yeah, all right, Tyler Chafee has shown he can hit the long ball first two games. Up the plate, up to plate, up to plate. Up to the plate for Los Al.
Up to the plate.
Up to the plate.
Yep.
Down low. 1-1's account. Cruz is on second. Bola is on third for Los Alamitos. Chafee at the plate. Los Al fans hoping he hits another home run. Doesn't have to be as far as the one he hit last night. Just anywhere beyond the fence. Base hit would do just nicely too. Ball's in the dirt,
pitch.
bounced around, but
Good block by the catcher. Stayed in front of it.
Miranda kept the ball.
Yeah. Well,
Going
amazing
to
what
the-
happens when all of a sudden there's pressure put on you. Payon's not as sharp as he was in the first couple innings.
Start thinking a little bit.
It's just, you're trying a little too hard. I just think that good at bat by Bola, you just kind of takes a little bit out of him. Now he's not as sharp as he was. He's missing a little bit. Hasn't been able to get that curveball over like he did earlier.
Chafee took that one, runs the count to 3-1. They may be being a little careful with him, too. They saw the game last night. They know what he can do.
Well, again, first base is open, one out. You can set up for ground ball. Looks like that's what they were doing.
So sets up bases loaded situation for Kyle Scott. Had a little trouble the first inning under trying to deal with Payon's move. Third baseman Adrian Rodriguez moved in front of the base by his coaching staff. So Scott takes a ball. Los Al fans would love to have a base hit right now. In the dirt again. Bola's going to go home here.
Safe. Good
No
jump.
problem.
Good jump by Bola. Red ball in the dirt. Got by the catcher. Everybody moves up.
He took off right away. He saw that.
He did. That was a
ball
good job
jump.
of base running.
I think from our angle, you couldn't quite tell how far away it got, but he could see it right away in front of him.
Well, like I say, you learn that when the ball goes in the dirt, you just you
Take a
go
step
and
at least.
Take a step at least, and got away from the catcher, and he scores.
So 7-2 is our score. Still 2 runners in scoring position for Los Alamitos. Only 1 out here. Griffin, excuse me. I've been around the high school too many times. Los Al would like to score some more. Make a bigger dent in this lead.
3-0 again, so he's kind of lost his composure a little bit.
Taking all the way with Scott. 3-1 pitch. Payan delivers. Down the right field line.
Not going to get there.
Fair ball.
Fair ball. Umpire says fair ball.
So
Another
one
run.
run scores. Chafee was tagging. Only advances to third base on that play. Kyle Scott delivers the big hit right now. So Cruz comes in to score. Chafee gets back. Brandon Lazar looking to get a base hit here.
Nice. Payan struggling with his command, not as sharp. We have nobody warming up yet. Looks like they're just staying with him right now.
Rodriguez on the edge of the grass at third base. Payan looks at the runner at first, delivers to home plate. Throw goes down there as Scott goes down to second base.
Yep. Looks like they pitched out and tried to get the guy at third and let Scott go to second.
So now again have two runners in scoring position. Base hit by Lazar could cut this lead to 7-5.
Ooh, good cut there.
Good swing.
Good aggressive swing right there.
Good swing and good pitch by Payan.
2-0, that's what you like to see. 2-0, you know the fastball's coming. It's something that you can just go ahead and come out of your shoes and give it a good rip. Push bunt to first. It's a nice idea.
Definitely would have scored the runner if the ball had been fair.
Runner's holding them on and first base holding the runner on. Push bunt to first. Guy walks in from third real easy. Good thinking right there.
Check swing, foul ball. Lazar pushes it against the fence. Count stays at 2-2.
Like you say, Larry, everything, even at this level, you take that one inning, something happens that, breaks the rhythm, and now all of a sudden, you're in trouble, and things just kind of.
Ball's in the dirt.
Swung at a curveball in the dirt.
All right, Colby Bursick trying to bring the runners across. Keep the inning going. Payan looks a little bit more in control now.
Again, here you get in a jam, you find a way to get out. He has a key strikeout with one of the power hitters from Los Al, and now all of a sudden your demeanor changes. Now your confidence seems to come back, and velocity looked a little bit better on that first pitch. Now he's throwing down away. He's got that good movement. It's just a matter of confidence. He just kind of slowed down when he got in trouble, and now he seems like he's got his command back. And good pitchers find a way of losing it and find a way of getting it back. So he's done a good job of getting his good concentration back.
Scott way off the base, trying to draw something. And it worked.
Well, it worked. I don't know if that was by design, but it worked.
Coaches were not that frantic about it, so.
No, maybe it's a new play. He goes to third. Guy throws it to second. And runner at third has to get a good jump on that. Just happened to be a throw in the dirt, and the catcher couldn't pick it out.
So they've more than cut the lead in half.
Yep. Now it's a ball game. There's that pitch away again.
So they came back. Los Al with 4 runs.
Yep, but
Good job to get right back in it and got the fans in the game as well.
Right when you think they're going to fall asleep for the rest of the evening, it takes one little thing to fire them up.
All right, let's take a quick break. We'll come back for the bottom of the third after this.
It's fantastic. What a great family event.
Friday Night Lights, what an experience. We've bbeen doing this for quite a few seasons, me and these boys.
I love the excitement, the competitiveness. These kids are learning some good football skills, and we have a great time out here.
Friday Night Lights is the best football league I've ever been involved in. And I started playing as a little kid, all the way up to coaching and repping in it. It's number one.
All right, we are back here at Los Alamitos, where the Los Al Youth Baseball All-Stars have just gotten 4 runs and gotten back into this game.
Yep. Now, like I say, the biggest thing now is to put a 0 up after you score, stop the momentum, and keep yours going. I mean, that's how the games of emotion changes per inning. And now if Bullock comes out and can get 1, 2, 3 here and get the kids back into the dugout and keep swinging.
All right, we're joined with us for this inning by Kevin Lamp. So, Kevin, what's your take on the game so far?
Well, I felt that the left-handed pitcher for Mexico,
Jose Payan,
yeah, he's pitched pretty well. But this last inning, I noticed his ball's coming up a little bit more, and I don't think he's going to be much longer for the game. I think they're going to start to get to him, and they'll hopefully, like Greg said, he can settle down right now and get out of this inning with nothing, and then they can come back.
Again, plus he's probably, seeing all the home runs that Los Al hit the last 2 games, so Payan's maybe being a little too careful that inning, and it just makes things worse instead of just staying aggressive like he was the first 2 innings.
What do you think the sun has to do with this? I mean, just the dust period now. Does that make a big – 2 former pitchers here, so you guys know the advantages of it as well as anybody?
Well, it seems like here I don't see too much shadows at the mound like it was on Thursday. But it could cause trouble. But like I say, I played center field here when I was playing here, and it's awful tough. And that's before we decided that we needed to use sunglasses.
Yeah.
We had to use our glove instead of our hand.
And the other thing is, I don't know how many times, even at the big league level, about 8:15, you'll see a fly, 8:15 p.m., you'll see a fly ball, and the guy will misjudge it, and you'll think what happened, and it's because the lights haven't taken effect.
Well, we'll be looking for that in an hour because it's we're running late in this game when it started, so we might be playing at 8:15 here.
Wow.
Right.
Well, the biggest thing
is,
the sky has now got little clouds in it, so it won't be so much crystal clear where there's kind of a lightish where the ball can get lost in the sky. We have that issue here because the lights here are not the tallest, so there's a lot of balls that can go up above the lights in the dark, and all of a sudden, where is it till it comes back through into the lights?
All right, Bola with the 2-2 pitch on Jose Beltran. Ripped down past Cruz. Scott's running in quickly. Beltran puts on the brakes at first base.
Skids a little bit.
He had plans on going to second base, but Scott got to the ball very quickly.
He's hit the ball hard twice. He's really hit the ball past third base twice today.
Now, is there a pitch limit per pitcher? Can they only throw so many pitches, or is it up to the coach?
I don't think there's a pitch limit.
There's not a pitch limit. It's just an X amount of, I think, pitches. You have to have at least 40 hours rest, I think is the rules here.
If you go more than 5 innings.
More than 5 innings.
Okay.
Or five or more innings.
Yeah.
So Bola. Now,
I guarantee he'll step better this time.
What was your opinion on that?
He definitely balked, I felt. How about you, Greg?
Like I say, we have a good view here, and then we got the instant replay. And, like you were talking about, all left-handers have to at least make a step towards first. You got a 45-degree angle that you are, imaginary have to use as a guide. It's like a wild pitch on a breaking ball. It goes to second base. And, some people use all of it. Some people, just do a hang move, but that was obvious. He didn't hardly step at all.
Third baseman Adrian Rodriguez now trying to get Mexico another run. has the opportunity right now.
That reminds me, Greg, did you have a better pickoff move to first when you were throwing right-handed or left-handed?
Actually, the best move is left-handed, but under the rules of Major League Baseball is considered deceiving the runner. I'll tell you that story when we get a little break here. It worked out pretty good in spring training.
When you're dressed as a right-hander, you take your glove off and throw, or what?
Oh, up. Oh, we're going to double play here. Popped it up on there. Oh, threw it into center field.
Good backup there.
Good backup. Yeah, when I had my ambidextrous glove, I can come set in my stretch right-handed, man on first, and I was able to transfer the ball to my left hand as I slipped my glove off inconspicuously and then turn and throw to first. Under the rules, you leave the rubber. So I did leave the rubber with my right foot, which actually turned out to be the lead foot when you throw to first.
For a lot of this story to make sense, we should point out that Greg is the only man in Major League history to have pitched both right and left-handed in the same game. And his glove, I think the glove's in the Hall of Fame,
Glove's in the Hall of Fame. It's probably right now, after I think all the renovations are done, it's going to be an evolution of equipment. And I had the same kind of pick off the second.
Really? That's amazing.
I used to transfer, and you step off with your right foot towards second and throw it left-handed. So there's a lot of things. In fact, in spring training with Boston, I did it in PFP and stuff, and Mo Vaughn was the first baseman, and Greenwell was the runner. And I did that pickoff, and I hit Mo Vaughn in the chest. He didn't even catch it, and Greenwell was shaking his head like, what just happened? Because it happens real fast. It's not like, it's one of those things like, what happened?
It's the best story I ever heard was Andy Van Slyke with the Pirates. His son's now with the Dodgers. He just called him up. But anyways, Greg was pitching, and I'll let you get back to the action here.
Well, it says Jose Rodriguez is the batter right now with the 2-1 count.
Just try to drag bunt.
Anyways, Andy Van Slyke asked Randy Reddy, what kind of glove is that? You can throw from left to right-handed. And Randy Reddy said, he's amphibious. And he said, amphibious, what does that mean? He can pitch underwater?
that ended up in Sports Illustrated, an article on that. Yeah, it was. I guess he was at third base when I was pitching, and that's when they kind of came up with that. Amphibious. Okay, they just couldn't pronounce ambidextrous, so they decided to make it amphibious. That hit the airwaves pretty quick.
All right, Jose Rodriguez goes down swinging there. Bola.
They tried to
quickly gets 2 outs there.
Like I say, it's still a good opportunity to put a 0 up here. You got the leadoff hitter Payan up.
Payan has already had a home run and a walk.
Yeah, they pitched around him his last time up. They
don't have anything to do with him.
Yeah, they did not. And he's the only left-hander in their lineup. Everybody else is right-handed.
And that pitch he hit seemed like it was like shoulder high.
It's like the old days. We used to chop at things. He hit that
tomahawk.
So high. He tomahawked that, hit that so high.
Wow.
And it's amazing how strong these kids are and good top hand. Yep. Well, we got lefty on lefty. Let's see what we're able to do here.
1-strike pitch. Bola looking back. Delivers. Payan, a rip.
Oh, here comes the they cut it.
They might have had a chance.
They might have had a chance if they let it go. That was a good job by Overbay to come in, hit the cutoff man, got it in quickly. First baseman cut it. There's another high pitch.
Exactly.
He likes that.
He likes the high ones. I'll keep it down, see what happens. Maybe he rolls over, hits a grounder, but
Payan's helping himself out a lot today.
Doing his stuff, isn't he?
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see how he does next inning because it seemed to me his pitches were starting to come up. And, as bad as we were playing, we're still in this game pretty good. So hopefully we can hold it to just a one run.
Yeah, just the one. It's still plenty of game left.
And be patient with the way he's pitching because I've noticed his pitches are coming up.
Well, we're not even halfway through this game. It's at the
like
bottom of the third.
You can come out pitching like you did, and all of a sudden you start throwing a lot of pitches, and it kind of adds up real quick. And
the ball travel better in the evening here, or what do you think?
It's hard. I think at this level, I don't think it matters. There are some places where the ball does travel, but for instance, you can take the Blair Field is what we use here in this area as a guide. during the day the ball flies there. During the nighttime, don't have a chance. 'Cause remember, we're talking about that cold air, that dewy, that
candlestick air.
The candlestick air, exactly. So we don't have that swirling wind like they have there. But the idea is, it's just later in the evening. But I think at this level, I don't think it affects them as much.
Bola to the plate.
Now, what it does, if it gets there later in the night and all of a sudden the dew hits the infield, now it's a ground ball or an outfield and the ball's wet when you pick it up. That's where a lot of things could, squirt out of your hand. Or
does it affect the pitcher because of that a lot?
Pitcher, then they have to trade balls, and he's probably the only one that gets to throw something that's dry.
Nice pitch there. Had him reaching. Ball gets away from Bursick, though, and Payan down to second base.
Well, counts 1-2. Just swung and missed on a good curveball. Not sure what we just
they're saying
saw.
It was no foul ball, so it was a third strike. So he should have gone down to first base.
Oh, I see. Yeah, but you just tag him because first base was occupied.
Yeah.
So the umpires are saying no contact on the ball. So, and the base was occupied, and the guy went and stole it.
Yeah, so something like that, you don't even have to worry about tagging him because he can't go anywhere.
Don't need an interpreter for that one. That's the same rule in every country. All right, I have a question for you guys. It's like, because you both go back quite a ways around here.
You think?
You and Greg and I have been talking at one time, but baseball is so organized now. Kids are playing all the time. It's like, where did you guys used to go and play pickup ball? Around here.
Around here, you got Rossmore Park.
Right.
We had.
Well, that was the old Shrubs then, right? Wilson Park in those days?
Yep, that's what it was. Yep.
Yeah.
That's before they had all the, handball the tennis courts, and we used to do it in the street. I grew up just down the street here. We had a big cul-de-sac.
Were you in Suburbia?
Suburbia Estates there on Farquhar, and so we had a cul-de-sac, which we had the corner house that had the bigger, like a little turn swerving driveway, so we can play basketball there, and then we can play baseball in the street. We played football in the street because you had foul pole to the manhole. We had it was 50 yards from the manhole in the middle of near the end there in the circle to where it narrows. There's a telephone light pole there, and that's 50 yards. So that's where we used to play, with the footballs and then the tennis balls and then over the line. And
Well, just think it was 47 years ago. Or wait, I take that back. 45 years ago, we were playing here.
Yep.
In Little League, and also, we used to play. I know we used to play at Rush School, but what I think is a lot different today, and what I found is the coaches call the pitches. When Greg and I pitched, the coaches let the catcher and the umpire figure everything out, and I kind of like that. How do you feel about it?
That was the biggest thing. I think that was the biggest change was, us just doing our thing, and we're learning to make adjustments, and even when even Kevin and I, once we got up into college and all that, at that time back then, we still called our own pitches. We might have had scouting reports. I mean, we knew, like we're doing now in pro ball, and you have to, make our adjustments there. And then all of a sudden, I'm playing 15 years, 24 years later, I come back, and all of a sudden now they're calling pitches everywhere. So, I'm not sure when that changed, but that's, I think, takes away from learning how to think out there, how to make the adjustments and have that camaraderie between you and the catcher.
Yeah.
So you guys work together, because just look and see, the batter tells you what he can and can't hit anyway.
Exactly. And could you imagine when Kirk Gibson hit that home run, Eckersley to say, well, Dave Duncan called the pitch, and that's why I threw it.
That's right. But, that's one of the biggest things. You're sitting here and, when we were playing here, the curveball and the breaking balls weren't so prevalent. It was more fastballs and changeups. So, what are you going to call? It's either going to be fastball or off speed.
Or the drop.
The drop. Come on, nobody threw a screwball in those days?
No. Marshall's the only one for the Dodgers, and we all couldn't figure out how he did it.
Yeah, and Fernando.
threw one.
Right, and Bobo Castillo was the one that taught him.
Yep. I just think he looked under his hat, saw how you do it, and then threw it.
All right. Ethan Overby leading off for Los Alamitos. High to right field, but doesn't look that deep.
Oh, wow.
Made it in the venture out there, though.
Yeah. Well, like I say, if you don't square up and get underneath it, it's going to keep drifting on you, because if right-handers who hit fly balls to right field off a lefty has a tendency to have a left to right spin, so the ball kind of keeps, breaking towards the line more, and it keeps drifting, and you just got to get around it. Get Gorman up.
Wyatt Gorman started off the inning last time. Came around to score.
That's number 9 hitter.
Had a
Almost
base
like
hit.
having a dual leadoff, He's done a good job getting on base.
He hit in the second spot last night.
Second spot last night.
Yeah,
I think that's another good spot for him. He handles a bat, puts it in play, good speed.
When Marsh starts as the pitcher, Murphy's at shortstop, so then Murphy was in the second spot. And then when Marsh starts the game at shortstop, Murphy's on the bench. And
like you say,
they have a lot of options.
Seem to have the good options down when certain people are playing certain positions. Looks like the defense is giving him right center. Right fielder's more down the line. Second baseman's moved over in the hole a little bit.
Payan, 4 straight balls on that one.
Right. Yeah, I have a feeling he's throwing a lot of pitches. His pitches are up, and the hitters have got to be patient and at least, I feel, take a strike.
Looks like we were talking. He's throwing everything away.
He's been good about that.
He's been steady. Now all of a sudden you're seeing the defense shift over there, and Marsh is up now. Let's see if we can.
He's had Marsh guessing for both times he's been up to bat.
It's just they're having trouble up top of the lineup hitting that ball in the outer half.
Called strike. 0-1's the count. Payan delivers. Marsh reaches.
Curveball in the dirt. Good jump by Gorman, like we were talking about. Ball in the dirt, go.
Is that hit and run? I didn't take a look with it.
No.
It just
No, he was just swinging at a curveball, and he just read that it was in the dirt. And because the curveballs, you can see the flight, so you can come up. If it comes up short, most likely it's going to hit the ground, and you go. Especially when it came up in front of home plate short.
Bounces it to short. Cuts it off. Marsh quickly down the
nice play on
line,
second
but
base
it's
to
out.
come through there.
He actually got on the other side of second.
Jay Hicks with the call. He's right again on that one.
Good job.
Unfortunately for Los Al.
Good job, second baseman coming and getting it. Throw it with off leg. Good strong arm. Well, here's Bola up, who had a great at bat last inning to keep the rally started.
Well, so Jose Beltran with the play at second base. Bola worked Payan for about 15 pitches, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Got the walk.
It was a very good at bat. Lefty on lefty. Eventually drew a walk.
Top of the 4th inning right here. LaSalle with a runner at third base. Wyatt Gorman like to get this guy in. Get that run back that they gave up in the bottom of the 3rd. Gorman faking down the line. Pisano not paying attention. Throws it in the dirt.
Good jump. Just in case throw a pitch, wild pitch. He's off to the races. Good jump.
Maybe Paisano was paying attention out of the corner of his eye there and threw it in the dirt.
Huh. Like you
Gorman
say,
pretty far down there.
You're left-handed, and not a whole lot you can do if he decides to take off down the line.
Yes.
Fair ball, right down the
left
line. Bola drives in Gorman.
Boy, he drilled that. He hit it too hard. That's why he only got a single, but he knocked the run in. That's a good thing.
Just barely inside the line.
Good swing. Like I say, he's had some good at bats off of Payan today. Took that pitch up and hit it inside, hit down the left field line. Cruz is up. We got a key hit last inning to keep that rally going with an RBI.
That's a great at bat, a lefty on lefty like that. He got the walk last time, and now he got the key hit.
Cruz is up with 2 outs.
Score is 8-5. Now that sounds like a lot closer game than 7-4. You know?
Yeah. Well, it looked like Mexico was going to walk away with it, but this, like I said, this pitcher's throwing a lot of pitches. I don't see him throwing. It's the 4th inning. I don't see him going 7. I think they're going to get to him.
I was just thinking Mexico had a 7-0 lead. Well, they won 19-0 earlier on, so they've outscored their opponents.
Yeah, they're
26
like
to nothing for like 9 innings there. That's not a bad display of offense.
No.
Two-strike count
Especially
against
when that's
J.J.
an
Cruz.
elimination game.
Payan to the plate. High.
I think that's good response, don't you think? Elimination game, first time out. All of a sudden you scored 19. You need to show up in another elimination game, and you're up 7-0 real quick.
Coach
So
is trying to figure out which part of my speech that was the one that worked, you know? Got to do it
it's
again.
a lot easier pitching when you're up 19-0.
Yeah,
isn't it?
no doubt.
Cruz barely able to hold up on that one. Went to the outside of the plate again. To the
Well, we got
left-hander,
a
though.
saying in this game. It's 2-2-2. 92% of the time the hitter's out if you throw a strike.
Is that a saying?
That's
Somebody figured that out? Those
somebody
percentages?
figured that out, and I've remembered it ever since.
In the dirt.
Safe. Oh,
Yeah, didn't get a good jump.
You got to remember to hold
Sorry
the microphone
about that.
away from you, Kevin.
Didn't get
I'm
a
too
good
big of
jump
a
on
homer.
that.
I guess our impartiality has just been totally shot here, huh?
Yeah, there you go.
Good response. Good response from the part of the catcher there, Luis Miranda, though. Ball got away, came up, made the nice strong throw there, and got Bola. Want to thank again the sponsors. We have Randy Hill and Mark Cole, CI Solutions. Randy Hill Real Estate, first team right there. Former president of LAYB, community figure, president of the Los Al Ed
He
Foundation.
does not
right now.
look like that right now. I saw him the other day. I didn't recognize him. Been so long.
That's a pretty handsome
That's his
photo.
younger, handsome day, isn't
Yeah,
it?
no, he's not even close to that now. All right, Randy, I don't need the phone calls, okay? And then the next, now do you remember Mark Cole, Kevin?
I do, and he's here today.
Yeah, I think I saw
Yeah.
his shock of white hair floating around there.
Yeah.
Yeah. CI Solutions, like we pointed out earlier, Mark's one of the top pitchers in Los Al High School history. Was he a good pitcher here at the base?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was good. And his dad was very involved with baseball. I played for his dad. The name of the team was called Chicken Delight, and we were 13-1. And his brother Monty played on the team.
Monty, yeah.
And
Yep.
yeah, Monty played on the team. And then he has a brother named Mike.
Mike.
Who also was a pretty good player, too. So, yeah, there's a lot of the Coles, as there are a lot of lamps.
How many different lamps are there?
We're 5 boys and a girl, and
A good St. Hedwig family over there?
yeah, we went to I was a lifer at St. Hedwig's 1st through 8th grade, and then 9 to 12 I went to St. John Bosco.
Did you have a good baseball team there in Bosco?
We did. We were in the playoffs. We almost played Milliken, but we almost played Los Al, but we lost to Milliken 2-1. A guy named Zimmerman, who was a fast runner, scored the winning run from Milliken, and then we would have played Los Al, but they ended up not playing.
All right, here's Gerardo Mendoza, the shortstop.
Yeah, but he ended up playing at Long Beach City when I went over there and ended up going to University of Arizona.
That's
Zimmerman
right.
did. He was one of the center fielders out there. So, yeah, very, very good player. They get the bats off the field. They're sitting there up against the screen.
Mendoza has walked and hit a single earlier at bats. Breeze coming up, heading out towards right center right now.
Yeah, it's kind of gone the opposite.
Oh, man, that was a rocket.
Quickly out to Kyle Scott, who quickly gets it back in even before Mendoza had time to make it down to first base. Ball was well hit.
Yes, it was, and he will run.
Coming up next, a guy who's had a very good day, Jose Ramos, the left fielder. Drove in a run in the first inning and then hit a sacrifice fly to drive in a run in the third. Squaring to bunt, trying to advance the runner, maybe. They did this earlier. Remember when they pushed the bunt past, pushed one past the third baseman, Cruz.
Kind of wasn't a slash. It was like in between. He just could have just top-hand it and hit it right by Cruz.
He's a free swinger, too. He'll swing at anything.
He sent one flying the other day on Thursday. Pretty good shot. One of the bigger players out here in this tournament. Score is 8-5. We are in the bottom of the fourth inning. Ryan Bola trying to retire Jose Ramos. Bola delivers. Ramos, good swing. Misses. 2 strikes on him.
Yeah, like you say, he does not hold back. It's sit and swing hard. But those are 2 pretty good breaking balls Bola threw. Good job keeping the ball down.
Yeah, I wouldn't throw him another strike here. He's a free swinger.
If you were calling the pitches, that practice that you don't approve of, what would you call it right now?
I would call something in the dirt. Well, in the dirt, but the only thing is that you got to worry about that guy getting a second.
Oh, fastball away. Good job. Looked like it might have been a little more extra away.
So Ramos is retired for the first time today without doing any damage to the Los Al cause. Bolo records his first out of the inning. And that brings up Luis Miranda, the catcher, who's popped out and walked.
Well, the lead hasn't changed over there from Mendoza, so it's staying a little bit close.
Bola does spend a lot of time worrying about the runner. Foul ball on the attempted bunt.
Try to bunt. Again, this is something that we're not sure, but, that could be something that they call through the catcher. There's a sign that they give saying throw over, give a good move, or another sequence. You have a sequence of throwing over 3 times, you need to throw home.
Mm-hmm.
So there's possibility that, that's pitching coach calling that too.
Are you also playing mind games with the batter sometimes on that? Going over just to get him impatient a little bit more?
No, it depends on the hitter. Some people it doesn't bother, but to me it's more affecting the pitcher than anybody.
Pitch high right there. Bursick had to jump to catch it. Brings it down, no damage. Counts 1-1, 1 out.
Half the time just a good slide step and quick to home will keep that runner close, mixed in with these leg kicks. So he has a variety, but I think they just like that. There's a good slide step. But you got to throw a strike doing it. Yeah, you don't want to get behind these guys.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That's a good count for something to happen. 2-1. He's got to come in there. Good count to get some people moving. That's almost what you call an action count. You don't want to go 3-1. Most likely it's going to be a fastball.
Miranda waiting.
Like you say, there he goes. Ooh, he's out. Oh. That was a good throw right on the bag. If he holds on to it, he would have been out.
Slide went right into Marsh's hand, glove hand, fortunately.
Slid right into the glove.
Yep.
Yep. Now, will most of these kids go to Los Al High? Are they pretty much?
I don't know.
It's hard to tell nowadays, because I don't know if some of them are going to go the private sector, to either Servite, Orange Lutheran, Modern Day. 'Cause
Bosco.
it's been happening, a lot of them have been moving it on. But
We have a chance here to take a look at this play again.
like I say, great throw from the catcher, right on the money.
Look at his knee hit the glove. Back knee. Yeah, the league now has grown to such an extent too. It's also drawing people from other because of it's pony as and Cypress has the Little League and Babe Ruth rules. So I think there's a lot more people who want to play the pony style Bronco level ball.
Yeah, it gets you ready for high school is what it's doing, and they're just starting at an earlier age, because Kevin and I didn't learn that till we were 13.
We were just talking about that the other night.
Yeah,
it's a huge jump from Little League to Babe Ruth.
It's station to station, and then you get to 13, and all of a sudden you realize, okay, you got to get a lead and steal, and how do you do that? So you take 2 years to learn how to do that.
Yeah, and then the mound was 46 feet, and then it went to 54 feet, and then 60 feet 6 inches when you went to 15.
I think like Babe Ruth, which is where I played up in the Bay Area, yeah, I think you almost went back to 60 feet almost right away.
In some cities, yes. In fact, there's a lot of them that play the full field at age 13 and 14. They don't even have that. They go right.
It took forever to run from first base when you're a 13-year-old.
Oh, I know, and to throw from third to first. I mean,
they got bigger.
And the senior league was the other one.
Plus, a lot of times, you're really good pitcher here at this level, and then you go over there, and all of a sudden it's a lot farther, and it's it's not coming in there as hard as it did. So it's
got a chance to take a look at this pitch right here. Fouled it down against.
Definitely a shin burger right there. That's something that breaking ball coming down, the spin goes to the inside and it just chews up your inside of your shin. It's that's why they got those pads nowadays. That one, if somebody comes up with a pad on their left foot, that tells me one thing: he likes to pull. I mean, they're telling you what they can and can't do, and then they pad their front elbow because they like to hang over the plate. So you got a lot of things going on that.
See, I never even thought about all those things. I thought the guy was just injury prone, and you're showing me all their.
Well,
tendencies.
Yeah, if you're going to stick your elbow out all the time, I'd pad it too. But but that's usually what happens. Guys that like to pull off and roll over, and you hit that front shin and ankle and foot. And
he comes right back with a base hit.
Come back, a fastball in.
Scott in quickly. Mendoza held the third base.
Well, one thing about, playing at the Bronco level, there's not a whole lot of foul territory. So, normally a pitcher would go back up behind home plate, on a play of the outfield, but where are you going to go? I mean, the fence is less than, just about 6 feet behind the, so,
What's the smallest foul territory in Major Leagues? Is it Fenway?
Wrigley? I would think too.
Wrigley's good, but Fenway, I'd say, because everything goes down the corner. Everything goes, I think it's not even 6 feet from the foul line to the seats in Fenway down in that corner of the Green Monster.
Foul ball.
So, between those and Wrigley, just imagine it's more of a hitter's park just because of the foul territory. There's just not a lot of it.
Where Oakland, have a lot
and San Francisco. Oh my goodness.
Area.
That was one of the big things when they built AT&T. Is it going to, make the fields a lot smaller? So
well, you'd rather put more fans closer to the field instead of having them.
That's shot.
Stars are right off the wall.
Scores one. Lazar overruns the ball. So 2 runs in for Mexico on a shot. A laser hit off the Mass Mutual sign out there.
Fence. Yeah.
Boy, he had great bat speed on that one.
Also took an odd bounce too. Didn't play the angle like it would have on a pool table.
Well, the idea is, we got an oval fence, so if it's going to the left and that ball hits one of those top corner poles, all of a sudden it shot to the left, and the center fielder was going to where he thought it was going to come down. So it's kind of like he overruns it.
So Beltran's back up
Beltran's the one that's hit the ball really hard today, right by Cruz both times. Just a good fastball hitter, and he went after that one pretty good.
So Carlos Medina with the damaging double there for Mexico. That one seemed to take a little energy out of the Los Al fans again.
Yeah, exactly.
Been
But
kind of
like
up
I
and
say,
down.
it's just a momentum. It's who gets the momentum and continues it, and how do you stop it?
Another hard hit ball. This one out to Overby.
Overby. Another good throw to home plate.
So Beltran, another hit
Now
for
Medina
Mexico.
goes to the right side on a curveball, stayed behind it and hit the ball to the right side. He's been having a good night tonight. Made a good play at second base.
A6 3.2 in the base parking lot, license number 565SNX520. Your lights are on.
Oh, that's minor. That happens all the time. Florida's the one that you'll love. It's like you say the same thing. The only problem is the keys are in the car and it's locked and the car's running. You know, it's just a lot of strange things you used to see when we were in Florida, in the Florida State League and up there. Yeah, it's your car's running and your doors are locked. It's like it's just the strangest thing. Lights are most common. But I thought that was kind of an odd
That
one.
wasn't your car, was it?
Wasn't my car.
Okay.
No.
That must have been in the senior league.
I'm not trying to figure out how that happened.
All right, Adrian Rodriguez, the third baseman, is up here right now. Fouls it back.
Seems like Mexico is just being aggressive right now. They're just sitting on these fastballs and taking good cuts, being aggressive and keeping the pressure on.
We're in the bottom of the fourth inning. Mexico with a 10-5 lead. Rodriguez fouls off another one. And a golfing Roberto Clemente swing there.
Yeah. I got a trivia question for you. How many hits did Roberto Clemente have total? Exactly.
Exactly?
Yeah.
Well, obviously the career was short, and I don't know, probably, 3,000?
Exactly 3,000. Yeah, he was the first Latin player to get 3,000 hits.
Was he?
Yeah.
I took an educated guess there. I figured, why would you ask exactly? It wasn't like an impressive, but I knew he was close to that.
Well, what else is amazing? Stan Musial had 3,600 hits. He had the same number on the road as he did at home, split right down the middle.
Stan Musial.
Stan the man.
Obviously, what was it? How many? 3,600? No, what?
3,600.
But he had exactly the same amount on the road as he did at home.
All right, now here's the trivia. Do you remember a guy named around here, Norm Brady?
Oh, I do. I played with Chuck, who's one of his sons.
Right, well, Norm Brady was a teammate of Stan Musial's.
Oh, really?
They played in the Navy together, yeah. So Norm's the guy who actually got this league because he was the pony director for Southern California. He's the guy who got this league to go from Little League to pony.
Wow.
He was here, I think he was up at either Grummond or one of the places working on the space program. So we got transferred out here, and he was a big
Rockwell,
baseball fan. Rockwell.
Rockwell,
Rockwell International.
Yeah, he actually, his son, 10 kids, the Brady Bunch, and they lived right here in the Rossmore Islands. And Norm just passed away. He was about 92 or 93.
Yeah, that's why that story came back to me. All right, the end of 4 innings. It is right now 10-5. We'll be back with the top of the fifth right after this.
Quit playing around and clean out the garage.
Quit playing around, huh? I'll show her. Let's go, Joe. Nice.
your garage and sell Play It Again Sports, your gently used sports and fitness gear.
All right, we are back here for the top of the 5th inning. J.J. Cruz leading off.
First pitch curveball.
Good.
Lead-off hitter on.
I got to quit rooting for Los Alamitos.
No, you don't. That's why we got John here. You get a chance to come back here much? I mean, I know you haven't been in the fields a long time. But.
Oh, I do. I come back. My dad is 87, and he's still doing great. And he lives in the Rossmore townhouses, and he's living by himself, and he's still doing great. So that was why I came out. I came out to see my dad, and then I got a call from Greg and mentioned that they had this coming up, and I saw Greg recently, and this is great just to come back and see everybody.
It's been like an old, like a reunion of sorts this whole weekend. Now, your brother Dennis obviously played here as well, and then all those years in the major leagues. He might be out here tomorrow, you're saying?
Yes, he said he'd be here tomorrow. He'll be here tomorrow. Hopefully it'll be Los Alamitos here, so that'll be good.
Well, one way or the other, it will be.
Worst case scenario, they're playing tomorrow.
Tomorrow at noon.
Yeah, Mexico's got to beat them twice to advance. It's a double elimination tournament in the preliminary brackets. Only the finals is a single elimination game.
Yeah, he was on a team that went 21-0, and before the year started, they said, this team could do it. And they had Rick Quinn and another guy named Jeff Tysers.
Oh, Jeff Tysers.
Yeah, great athlete.
He was fast.
Yep.
Good football player at Los Alamitos. And
terrific. And his son played, Brad Tysers, played at USC.
Played at SC,
yeah. And I think the daughter played at SC as a soccer player.
She did, Katie. Very, very talented athletic family.
Yeah. And we played with Brian in Little League.
Brian Tysers?
Brian was our...
Yeah. And you know who's another family that was really big in this area and was the Chapman family. Bill, Bobby, Jimmy, Kathy. I mean, great baseball family.
In your year when you guys played, who was the most dominating player?
That's hard to say. Russ Rubel was probably the best.
That was probably,
He was
can't forget Russ.
Right.
But, back then, everybody was almost like on the same level. We were all just kind of played every position, and that was a little high on that one. Oh, boy.
I think something must have flown in the umpire's eye on that one.
Fortunate on that one. That was high on that one. Do we have a little box or something like that? We got that Major League box to see if it was in the strike zone?
That's the National League box.
Oh, that's a National League box.
Now, you're in both leagues. Was there a difference in the strike zone?
Darn right there was. Remember, now, the American League, they had the big balloon. They stood up behind the catcher, which I still, when I was pitching, I didn't care about up and down. I wanted in and out. Okay, and the National League guys got down in behind, and he had the low strike. But
who had the best strike call? I think Dutch Rennert, I think.
Dutch was my first umpire when I was my first pro start, and it was a Wednesday afternoon in San Francisco on a Wednesday, and not watching too much. And you come to the minor league, you don't get to see much, but all of a sudden, you throw a strike, and he's taking 2 steps to the right, goes down on one knee, and he's going to do that for 9 innings. Tell me this guy's not in shape.
He did it for like about 20 years that way.
Oh, he did that for and that was the greatest. He was such a good person, great umpire, well respected. But yeah, that was probably the best one who I liked, and and they kept changing around back then. Now they're more locked in. Now it takes a lot to be able to break into the game nowadays.
Scott,
this could be the first double play. A little tough when you got such a small field and these runners can run real fast.
Speaking of umpires, the first black umpire was Emmett Ashford.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he was the first real showman.
He was animated.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. I remember all those old names because you listened to them on the radio. You had, before you had all the broadcasts. Jocko Conlon and Shag Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford was there, like you say, when I was.
Augie Donatelli.
Yeah. Or I remember when Dean Chance won the Cy Young, Buddy Blattner and Bob Wells called the game. And that year, I could have sworn every pitch he threw was a strike because Bob Wells would say, in there but a little high, over but low.
That is where Doug Harvey came in. Doug Harvey would do the same thing. What was that, wild pitch, moves on to second base. But it's just, you kind of, I don't ask it, but, somebody asked, he goes, it was that far outside. He would actually take his finger and go, it was that far outside. Doug Harvey. Yeah, he was another one that was around forever. There's a high chopper to center field. Should score a run. Scott scores. Throw to home.
All right, Los Al. Not giving up. Justin Mora with the base hit.
Yeah, Mora again. Mora was beneficial on, I think he had the game-winning RBI on Thursday.
No, but he had the
tying run.
We saw his speed, and he
whenever he got the base hit to score the run. But again, we
Chafee
saw
hit the walk-up home run that won the game the other day.
We saw some speed.
This guy can fly.
This guy can run. I guess he's a track star, one of the junior highs here, and just got some great speed. Whoops.
Oh.
Well, he can't slide, but I hope he didn't hurt himself.
Oh, he's not used to sliding. He's so fast. He just goes in there standing up.
Wasn't Herb Washington Oakland A
the designated runner?
Designated runner.
Yeah.
He couldn't steal first base though. That was the problem.
Harrison. Yeah, something got caught, didn't it?
Yeah.
2 outs. Los Al would love to get Mora around.
Nice breaking ball.
All the big hitters for Los Al really having trouble with that breaking ball. They can't stay back. They got them way out on their front foot. Putting a little pressure on them. They're trying to do probably a little bit more than usual. Instead of staying back, hit that ball to right center. Goes and steals third.
Yep.
I think he's learned to slide a little better after the last one.
I thought when he did it, he was a little late on the slide, too. I thought he was going to hurt himself again. So fast.
Well, looking at his shoes, look like they're brand new. They probably got a little longer rubber knobs than he's used to wearing. Probably got stuck one of the rubber cleats.
He's in third base. Pass ball. Could score him. I don't think he'd hesitate on going if the ball gets away.
Think, he's got good instincts and good speed. I think anything in the dirt, he might be going.
Bursick has shown he has the power. Payan not going to come in with the really hard stuff.
No, but like I say, he's getting people out by his location. His location has been away and been tough for Los Al to make that adjustment. Ball's low.
Full count.
So what do you think, Greg? You think he's going to throw a breaking ball, or do you think he's going to come in a heater?
The way he's handled the big boys in this lineup, that off-speed pitch is deadly. And hey, what's the worst scenario? You walk him, but this guy has power, so it could be something off-speed. Oh, he went with the fastball in.
Wow.
Very unusual. It's
setting him up all night for that one.
Exactly, and he missed the spot, but yeah, that locked him up pretty good.
Well, and here's a guy who has done well tonight, Wyatt Gorman. Excuse me.
Overby.
Ethan Overby, I'm sorry.
Played a really good right field today. He's made some good throws. Got a good arm out there.
Now, would you have him, Greg, take a pitch to try to get the other guy in scoring position, or would you let him hack?
Well, at this point, I don't think you can afford to let anything go because he's been getting ahead. If it's something good to swing, I'd swing at it. Good swing. That was a good swing.
Overby hit a home run last night, so he can hit it out.
You also got to realize he's throwing away. There's a little hole over on the right side, but you can see where the second baseman's playing. So you know they're pitching him away and they're playing away. So it kind of leaves a hole up the middle and
scores 10-6.
Pitch out.
Wow, they were going to go get that guy.
They're anticipating a steal. And last time they did it, they pitched out and threw the third.
So Bursick at first, Mora at third. Overby at the plate, scores 10-6. 2 outs. The top of the 5th inning. Count is 1-1.
Putting the first and third play on, deciding if they want to throw through or throw to third or throw it back to the pitcher was one of the better plays. And I saw that last year. Orange Coast did that on us at Cypress, and it worked. And I've seen it done twice last year, and it worked. Pitched out again. You know, the old play is they used to throw it down to third, and the pitchers used to fake like they were catching it. So the third base runner sees it like the pitcher going up to catch it, and then all of a sudden it holds. So it's almost like it works. Then you go ahead and you do throw it to the pitcher and let him catch it. And I saw it twice last year, and then we put that in our arsenal, and it worked in the playoffs. So it's right to the first baseman.
So Payan gets out of it. He's throwing heat there towards the end, though.
Well, this is what's odd about this. Again, you're playing on a field that most likely when the pitcher throws, the first baseman gets off to cover his position. He just stood on the bag and didn't even move.
All right, so we want to take a chance to, again, thank some of our sponsors for this broadcast. The Gorman team. Brian Gorman there, who's actually the LAYB president, the man most responsible around here for bringing the World Series to Los Alamitos. When they heard that it was going to be Monterey probably wasn't going to do it anymore, Brian made a pitch and convinced Pony people to do it. Anyway, I want to thank the whole Gorman team, Grandma Brenda, and Jennifer Robbins and her husband Jeff.
Well, we have a new pitcher.
Justin Mora pitched 1 inning last night. Threw pretty hard then.
Got a good arm, yeah. Good guy, you know. Bola did a good job, just had the one bad inning. Did a good job at the plate. He goes to first.
I wonder if we've seen the end of Payan now.
I like that. With the long hair.
Dennis Eckersley look?
That's the Eckersley look. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
The X-Man.
JP goes to left.
Bola goes to first base.
And Overbay goes to center?
Could be. Or is that just Lazar is not out there yet? He's just waiting to find out where he's supposed to be. Oh, Overby's chasing in a ball that went all the way out to right field. I see what he's doing.
Yeah, they were playing catch. And over.
Hard to keep up with all this stuff going on, especially if you don't pay attention like I was caught just doing right there. Nice night again out here
doing
tonight.
Sponsors. I'm watching the players, see what they do. And
that's why you got my back, as
I got you. That's right.
What are you doing, Kevin, though?
Yeah, I got your back, too.
Yeah.
I'm glad somebody does.
Oh, nothing like the high cheese.
Well, Payan's up. You know, he's been battling out there.
They've been having different players warm up here in the bullpen behind us. I'm wondering if Payan is...
they warmed up last inning, too, so maybe he's done for the evening. And
different pitchers. I'm not quite sure the pattern here. So.
It looks like a new pitcher.
Was it the same guy they had warming up last?
No, it's a different one. So,
yeah.
Well, I don't know why I'm saying that. I have a view of the catcher, not the pitcher.
Well, the guy who threw last inning, the catcher didn't have a catcher's glove. So I don't know if it was just an infielder or outfielder
just
playing catch.
Up.
Just, you know.
Foul ball over onto the Mustang field. sending the Tamiami, Florida team scattered.
Greg, how many pitches would it take for you to get loose coming in as a reliever?
5. Rubber bands don't take long. I was just blessed with that ability to be able to not take a lot of pitches to get loose. I mean, it's just something that I was able to. So you figure, 15 to 20 for most of the kids, especially at this age. They should be able to get loose pretty quick.
How many pitches would you actually throw in the bullpen, though? Oh, that's a hard shot, but right to
it
the
over,
center field.
man. Good catch. Oh, you could throw between, 15 and 25.
Payan's got a good stroke. For a pitcher,
Yeah.
he's a good-looking hitter.
He still, like I say, again, that was a high fastball he hit. Anything down, he fouled it off. So, that's right there. So tell you, he's probably if you're a high ball hitter, don't throw it up there. Make your adjustment, keep it down. But he's, but normally, any pitcher, the older you get, make sure you get enough warm-ups in. A lot of times they don't get enough. And they're not coming in ready.
All right, we have Eric Valenzuela, who is, excuse me here, Kevin. Let me look at our roster there. There he is. I didn't write down his position, Malemo.
Oh, he's a right fielder, isn't he?
Is he? It's about time. The announcers should know these
we
things.
knew that. You said that 3 innings ago, right
I've gone
fielder.
blank here. I'm trying to look at all these notes
No,
here.
you got it.
Yeah.
Just can't read your scribble.
Mora walks him. So many things going on in this game here.
And here's Mr. Mendoza.
He has done well so far. Couple base hits, driven and a run.
And hitting the ball hard. And a nice level swing.
They struck him out the first time swinging.
Whoa, that one almost got away.
Sailed on him. Mora delivers. There's a strike. Fifth inning, scores 10-6. LaSalle trying to keep it that way right now here in the bottom of the fifth.
Took something off that one.
Something going down the way. I don't know if it was a off-speed pitch of some sort, but good location down. Seems like, you keep the ball down.
Helps
it's effective against this group.
Helps your cause, doesn't it?
I just think they're a high ball hitting team. I like that one.
There's one.
Off the not a bus sign. Valenzuela coming around.
You can't tow.
Mendoza with another long single.
Yeah, they keep that up. They're going to need new advertisement signs. Here's our third baseman.
This is Jose Ramos. They have one out here. Bottom of the
they're
fifth.
ever allowing the first third move. I haven't seen it.
That's a
I
good
know they're
point.
going to outlaw it in Major League Baseball, but I don't know if they've outlawed it down here at the lower level. I figure if you do it up there, you shouldn't do it anywhere, but I haven't seen it in this tournament yet.
Which move are you talking
It's
about?
where you fake the third
Oh.
and come back to first.
Now, why would they outlaw that in the major leagues?
That I don't know.
You're deceiving the runner.
That's one
what-
less deceiving thing, which,
Right.
believe it or not, in the big leagues, you do hardly ever see that. You see it more in college.
Right.
You see it more in travel ball. You know, it's just, let's go through all 5 of our 29 pickoffs and then, you know, keep trying everything at them. And that's why the games are longer. You know, instead of just worrying about the hitter, worry about, you know, getting him out instead of trying to pick everybody off, which is not going to happen. Because they know you pick off all the time. But, yeah, that's a move that is, I don't know, maybe they sat in a room and decided, you know, this is one less thing. This is one less thing that the runner at first has to worry about. See, that it's almost like you take it away, and now the first base, you know, you can be more aggressive.
Ramos went after that high ball.
Like I say, high ball. They just, you know, get after it.
My brother Dennis said he used that move twice and got the runner. Once was Cecil Espy. He said too many of the guys don't follow through on the fake throw. They end up giving a half a fake.
There's a pop-up. Gorman
Home,
over
home,
there.
home, home.
Makes
Get
the
him.
throw.
Oh.
It's a tough bounce there for Bursick.
Here I go rooting again.
Well, it's not working.
I know.
So.
Actually, here's another example of what a pitcher needs to do. If it's you can't cover home, but the first baseman and the second baseman went out to catch that. If the pitcher goes to first, they would have had Mendoza. They would have had Mendoza out because he got off because there was nobody at first. So they could have got him on a back pick and got a double play.
They tried to appeal the runner leaving too soon over here at third base. It's a no-go on that one.
Yep. Catcher couldn't come up with that ball, kind of bounced in front of him.
Hard shot. Scott.
Good job by Marsh being there where he needs to, because a lot of times that runner comes around third base too far, and you can back pick him with your shortstop being at the bag when the third baseman's your cutoff man. So it's well instrumented on that play.
Mexico is hitting the ball hard here.
Like I say, another ball up and out over the plate.
Runner goes. Double steal.
Yeah, I got him.
That time well played.
Nice throw back from Marsh to home. Bursick makes the tag.
Come up and get it. That's your normal design play. You just go ahead and throw it. Shortstop's coming up short. Basically gets them every time if you have a good throw.
Good execution.
Yes,
there.
well done.
Well, because that play was so well done, it's time for us once again to talk about the Gorman team here. One of our nice sponsors. So.
And they haven't changed.
They haven't changed. They are still nice people. Nice to deal with. Your real estate needs, give them a call.
There was a famous umpire named Gorman, right?
Tom Gorman, right?
Yeah. Tom Gorman.
See, we tied that into some baseball some way. And White
Well, I
Gorman
guess
made a nice
we're going to
little
have
catch.
to, ask Brian, was there a relative in the family that was an umpire? Somebody from one side of those families over there, right?
We had Brian on the. We were talking to him last night during the game, and Brian's a pacer. And it was they had a big lead, and it happened to be the inning where all of a sudden the other team scored 5 runs, Evansville. And you could tell he just wanted to start pacing, and he's on microphone, and he couldn't go anywhere, and it's just killing him. It's like
He's the kind of guy that when you put him down, you got to put seatbelts on him so he doesn't get up and move. Just sit there, put a seatbelt on, and watch the game.
He says sometimes he's gone up in his office up there on top of the boardroom.
Oh God. Well, I saw that they put some windows in there, but they're all in the wrong spot. You got to put them where they face each field so you can look out there and see.
Got to be like an owner's.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. The minor league fields have a tower between 4 fields, and then all of a sudden the coordinators can stand up on top, and you can watch all 4 games going on. So here you can sit there and
like an aircraft control tower.
Right. Exactly.
You know, Greg, I was going to ask you, when you were in Montreal, with that weather that cold, you could get up and throw 5 pitches and be ready to go in?
Yeah, because most of them would be, I'll be warmed up indoors already. I'll tell you a good story is, with Boston, we couldn't figure out back in those days, the beginning of the season, right? Why is all the West Coast teams going east to play in all that snow why don't you play the first part of the season west of the Mississippi? You're just going to play. There's no field advantage early in the season. You just want to get out of spring training. You want to play the good weather. I'm with Boston, and we opened up 2 years in a row in Baltimore. We got sleet and snow. Charlie Huff's, in Texas the same way when I was with Texas Rangers. Well, we opened up in Toronto one year, the old stadium out there, Exhibition Stadium in Toronto.
Right.
Oh, my. Now, there's the coldest place that I've ever been around. And
Toronto?
we realistically played catch in our locker room.
Wow.
And then went down there real quick to get loose on a mound and come back in and that's how cold it was.
Wow.
I mean, there's been games canceled there that were 20 degrees and clear. And they called it because, too cold, nobody's going to show up.
Well, Detroit would be like that, too,
And
wouldn't it?
Detroit, yep.
Yeah, Dennis played in Toronto for 3 years.
Well, he should exactly know what that's.
And he said it was amazing. And 85, he was 11-0 that year when they were up 3-1 and then lost to Kansas City. And then Kansas City beat the Cardinals.
Oh, yeah, I remember that season.
That was the Whitey Herzog World Series.
Yeah,
where Andrew
that
Hart.
was it.
Who was speaking of umpires? Who was the
Don
umpire?
Denkinger, was
Yeah,
it?
Don
Don
Denkinger. Yep.
I don't know why that one popped out of nowhere in my
good
head.
one, Larry.
Yeah. And who was the guy, Joyce, that missed the perfect game from Detroit? Remember, it was the last.
Oh yeah,
Saturday
he
game?
dropped it. Yeah, yep. Ron Joyce, is that what it is, Ron?
He's still umpiring. Jerry Joyce? No, I'm trying to remember.
No,
but
I think
anyway,
he still is.
He still is
Yeah.
umpiring. Yeah, and boy, you talk about choking. He was out by a foot.
Yeah, there was. Hey, our boy's pitching still there, Kev.
Wow.
Maybe he's here for one game and only, and just let him hit the rest
Well,
of the series.
he's not going to pitch tomorrow if they win this game, obviously.
Yeah, I'd be interested to find out how many pitches he's throwing.
Well, plus this is his first game. He hasn't pitched yet that I know of. Payan, I don't know. I don't know who they threw this morning.
Well, yesterday.
Or yesterday.
It was a close game yesterday, so I don't know. I tried to get on the stats, but they're like so many of them. I couldn't download them all, and then they're so small when they did download. Excuses.
Well, you gotta break out that magnifying glass and just break it down.
I'm just getting old. I can't read anything.
You gotta get a statistician. You got a truck with all that equipment in there. Have him break it down for you. Right? You got a statistician guy in the left corner. He's got a little box. Okay, break it down and let's. Then he can feed you that information. Then you can pass it on.
Hey, Vince Scully even has one they feed in.
Right.
They actually have an iPad app you can use here. It's just the signal was really lousy where we were at last night. We could use it over on the other side of the field, but we couldn't do it on this side of the field.
Because they're closer to the base. There's no cell site around here. It's tough anyway within a 2-mile radius of this place. They got the jamming going on, and you got the weapon station. They got their jamming going on. You got to use sign language around here.
We're not supposed to talk about these things. No. The NSA is listening to us right now. This is Wyatt Gorman. I should have said that. 3-2 count.
Oh.
Did he hold?
Did he hold? He called him out.
I don't think he went around, do you?
I don't think so. I think his hands moved, but the barrel didn't.
Jay Hicks said he went around.
That was a major league go-around. Move your hands at the strike. Whatever happened to the barrel passing the plate like it used to?
Well, I don't know if you watched the Dodger game the other night. When,
wait, we got to replay this one. Let's take a look at it here. Let's see here.
Okay, let's see what we see.
That's a swing.
Look at the barrel. Look at the barrel.
There's
it's out
the barrel.
There. Umpire's right once again.
Yes.
Well, what's funny is the other night when Mattingly got kicked out,
umpire John Lazar is in a friendly discussion with the home plate umpire.
Well, I think what's going on is you got to tell the fans they can't yell at the umpire.
Oh, that's no fun.
So the coach has to go do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He made the right call.
Keep midget. It was the right
We
call.
should show
that
on the scoreboard on the Dodger.
we need
vision.
diamond vision.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ah,
That ball's
up in
hit
the air.
well
Let's
right
see what
center.
happens.
Hit well. It's
Goodbye.
gone.
He will touch them all.
Mike Marsh.
Right center, like we were trying to say. Just take that ball
A
to
high
right.
fly ball to right field.
Pitch away, hit away.
He's got some good power for not a very big guy.
He's their leadoff hitter, so he's been their spark. But
Got a chance to take a look at this one. Here we go.
out in front, got the ball up. Yeah, real strong.
Kind of like what the Mexico team is doing, hitting that high pitch and taking it out.
And just driving it.
It's 11-7. Let's see what Ryan Bola can do here for Los Alamitos.
Payan still got some good stuff going. I mean, for somebody throwing a lot of pitches, that was a pretty good fastball. Still has some good velocity. I haven't seen a loss of that.
This is going to be his last pitching experience of the tournament, obviously. 40 hours, he can't pitch
Puts
again.
him where he can't pitch at all, which, you know.
Might as well just ride it.
Yeah. You got to get there.
Get there and
Gotta
save
get
your other arms,
tomorrow.
too.
Don't worry about that. And you got, you know, be interesting on how it ends up tomorrow. Ooh, he must went outside.
He hit him good last time. He hit that rocket.
Yep, he hit it right inside the bag. He's had some good at bats off of him.
Yeah. I like this kid. He battles. Even when he's pitching and then he goes over to first. He's a real battler.
I think he's seen every pitch Payan has and more.
Score is 11-7. We are in the top of the 6th inning here. Los Alamitos Youth Baseball Field.
Well, they got the heart of the lineup coming up, so this is who you want to come up in the last inning.
Bola fouls that one off.
Well, actually, both left-handed crews have had good at-bats off a left-handed Payan, so it's
yeah.
You know, some left-handed pitchers have trouble with left-handers hitters. You know, it's just the weirdest thing. And oops,
got him leaning back on that one.
Yeah, got him on a curveball and dropped it right in there.
That's the second out of the inning. That brings up another left-hander, J.J. Cruz.
Number 13, Jaden Cruz.
So it is already 8:30 tonight.
Oh, we're way ahead of schedule from last Thursday.
Well, there's another game after this one.
That is true.
Really?
Yeah,
So,
Miami plays the Korean team. That should be a real good one too.
The Miami team was warming up over there.
Yep. When we were here, we couldn't play those games. There was no lights.
We had no lights. We had to, it just.
We were like Wrigley Field. They called because of darkness.
Plus, there was no fall ball when we were playing.
Yeah.
So we had to go. We had to go play, other sports.
Yeah.
You know, and
Bad hop.
well, like I say, it just takes something to ignite it, just like they happened in the 4th inning.
I don't know how bad that hop was, but I'm being generous, I think, maybe. Might have taken a little sideways shot.
Unless he just went after it sideways, because he did have a little chop on it.
That was Beltran. That's probably the first thing he's done wrong today.
Other than that, he's been pretty spectacular. Well,
Chafee
like I say, you got the right guys coming up to
trying to make a
This
dent
is the one
in
that
it
hit
right
the
now.
bomb yesterday.
He hit
put
the
on
bomb.
a good charge. The Payan still going. Nobody's warming up. Somebody who was warming up Looks like they're going to live and die with him, as they say. Good cut. Like I say, he hasn't lost much. You know, he just had a little.
He's been consistent throughout the whole
very
night.
consistent. You know, the
whole afternoon and night, I guess.
Boy, that's just
consistent again. Like
it is. It looks like a high fastball, and they just go after it, and then all of a sudden it just drops. It's real good.
Payan with a 1-2 count.
Outside corner again. It's just
fastball though. I wasn't looking at that.
Fastball right there.
It's amazing. You can say he's pitched well, but it's amazing we've got 7 runs.
All right, we're getting ready to go to the bottom of the 6th inning.
Bottom of the 6th. Still got some time.
Let's take a chance here to thank one of our sponsors again, Worthington Insurance.
Worthington Lissac Insurance Services has been serving your area for over 20 years. Our friendly staff will work with you to come up with a policy that works best for you. We work with Mercury, Safeco, Progressive, Fireman's Fund, and the Hartford. We offer coverage for auto and home insurance for homeowners, condos, and renters. We also offer commercial and business insurance, including commercial property, general liability, and more. Call Worthington Lissac Insurance Services at 562-795-5744.
All right, we are back. As I'm trying to put on my headset here, that's the fans are like clamoring to get Greg and Kevin's autographs over here.
Yeah, right.
Now you signed a bunch of autographs yesterday. That was pretty
did.
cool.
It was a good day yesterday.
Who'd you have? You, Rob Nin. You had Brett Boone, Bobby Gritch, I understand.
Yep, we had Kalo, and then had the young one that was the youngest out of all of us. Can't remember quite his name, but yeah, it was a good turnout. We signed from shirts to gloves to hats to.
Nobody pulled out like 15?
No.
Like that one story Kevin was saying?
I think the best story was when my brother was warming up one time in Boston. The guy said to him, "Hey, Lamp, you got a brother?" And he goes, "Yeah, why?" He goes, "Because I'm getting tired of booing you."
Now, you pitched at Cypress College, right?
Yeah, I pitched 2 years at Cypress and 2 years at Long Beach State.
So how did you guys do at Cypress and how did you do at Long Beach State?
Well,
you played for Snow at Long Beach State? Or who?
No, I played for John Gonzalez.
Okay.
But I played 2 years under Gene Lambden. And actually, we had a catcher on that team that played a short time in the big leagues, Dave Hubbard. And he was in that 33-inning game that the Boston had in the minors. But
high pitch there. Wait a minute. Marsh charges. Nice play across. Good scoop.
Actually, the first year I played at Cypress, our 2 best players transferred to to play with Greg. Todd
Hewitt, yep.
And Craig Chamberlain. And Craig was a third baseman at Cypress, and they switched him to a pitcher at Long Beach
Is that
City.
when he started really doing his pitching?
Yeah.
Long Beach
And he
City?
didn't really want to pitch.
And Craig, of course, went on to pitch with the Kansas City Royals for a couple of years.
Yes, he did.
You know, he had 4 wins in his first 4 games and had 4 complete games.
Yeah, he was he had a
Fastball
great
slider,
start.
did a good job, and pitched in Anaheim, and
He told me one time it's like he was great until they saw him the second time around.
It's amazing how that still works out, doesn't it?
Clint Hurdle said to him, he nicknamed him One. Because the manager now with the Pirates. Yeah. He said he would play center field and he'd just see the guy put down a 1. And he said he would call him One. And you know who else he played with?
High fly ball left. That's out of play.
He also played with a guy that just passed away, George Scott. You remember he was
the big
Boomer.
First baseman, Boomer from Red Sox.
He was the one I think that nicknamed Homer's Taters.
Yeah.
Well, it's a good inning to put up a 0. Give yourself a chance to come back.
Brings up Adrian Rodriguez. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rodriguez had kind of a quiet game at third base. I don't recall a lot of action coming that way. Had that one shot from Bola that was fair, just inside the line.
Yeah, that was about it. And right now, everybody's either striking out or they're popping up or hitting them up the middle, actually.
When a guy's throwing that off-speed stuff and you aren't doing well, would you think about bunting?
Sure,
get the
absolutely.
game going, get stuff going?
I mean, he's throwing fastballs on the outer half. Those are perfect drag bunt, selection, because all you can do is get the barrel out there, and it's, good inning right there. Good inning to put up a 0, come out and get 1, 2, 3, and.
All right, we're going to go to the 7th inning, but before we do, let's take a look at one of our other sponsors.
Friday Night Lights, what an experience. We've been doing this for quite a few seasons, me and these boys.
I love the excitement, the competitiveness. These kids are learning some good football skills, and we have a great time out here.
It's just a great experience for the kids to be out here. Obviously not everybody can win, but the ones that are doing are having a great time, and it's a fantastic sporting experience. What a great atmosphere for the whole family.
Well, it's phenomenal. I mean, look around. It's just a big party. They have the food vendors, and there's a lot of sportsmanship out here, which is just more than anything. So.
I mean, there's got to be a couple thousand people here on a Friday night. It's just great. You get to come out here, you see a lot of your friends, and they do the whole thing with the food vendors and everything, and everybody comes out here and has a great time. It's just a lot of fun.
There's 5 cities doing it, and another one getting ready, and we get phone calls all the time about the model of how to do it, and we talk to people all the time. So yeah, I absolutely think if it's the right recipe for a community event like this.
Well, Payon's back out there again for the 7th inning. After the way he was struggling in the middle of the game, we thought he wouldn't be here at this time.
Kyle Scott's going to lead off for Los Alamitos.
Reaching back and letting it fly now. Yeah. First pitch high and away.
You don't see that many complete games.
No, you don't.
In this level of baseball. Coaches want to spread their opportunities around.
Yeah, their staff is set up to where maybe each guy just pitches one game. They might out of 12 kids, they might have 10 guys that pitch.
Payan looks like he's throwing the ball harder now.
He's not holding back right now. He's just letting it fly.
With the lead, 4-run lead, it's just, the worst thing you can do right now is walk somebody.
All you can do is throw a high fastball and then drop that curveball in later. It looks like it's the same pitch.
Scott went fishing for that one. Wanted to have that swing back. A little outside. Pitch is working a slower pace nowadays than they used to, right? Remember Bob Gibson?
Oh, yeah.
How fast he would work?
2 hours.
I went to an hour and 35
The idea is not
game.
to be out there very long. I mean, that's the whole point of it. Just get in, get out, and let's get on with it. Another off-speed pitch. Catcher missed it.
Scott's out at first base.
Again,
Los Alamitos down to the last 2 outs.
Games like this, as a pitcher, if you can get that first out in every inning, you'll have a good chance of being successful. Especially in a game now, 7th inning, you get the first out.
Justin Mora had a good inning as a pitcher. Let's see if he gets something going here as a hitter. Got on last time, stole second and stole third.
Yeah.
Made the second base steal, an adventure.
Hey, he'd probably be a good leadoff hitter in my book.
Yeah.
That's away. Ball 2. Coach Casano would like some company down there at third base. Form of some runners. Ball 3. Has a chance of maybe seeing more the way it's going.
And everything been high. Fastball's been high. But like I say, I just think he's airing it out right now. He's not holding back. He's just hopefully throw it hard over the plate somewhere. Looks like he's not worried about location. And set him up for that curveball.
They don't teach remember after when you throw, you'd always be in fielding position
yes.
as a pitcher? They don't teach that anymore.
They don't. They just want you to throw hard and, go from there. It's just.
Well, did it affect your motion, too, doing that?
No, you actually get yourself in a good position to field. If you're falling off the mound all the time and the ball goes back up the middle, you should have that. Or you fall off and they bunt the other way and you can't get to it.
Well, Mora walks. Colby Bursick comes up.
And the other thing Greg will tell you, when you throw strikes, they're hitting the ball, and your defense is that much better behind you because they're not on their heels.
Right. Constant action.
Again, I read Lou Brock once said that was great playing behind Gibson because the games were quick.
Right, and that is.
Here's another trivia question: who gave up Lou Brock's 3,000th hit?
Man, you're throwing me out. Who?
He's a walking encyclopedia.
Dennis Lamp.
Dennis Lamp. It was a line drive off his fingers, and he said, "I guess they'll be sending my fingers to Cooperstown."
Okay, trivia. 1963, 4 MVP players of both the American and National Football and Baseball players all wore the number 32. There's a pop out. So we're down to our last out here at Los Alamitos.
What was the trivia question again?
63.
1963, all 4 MVPs of the American and National Football and Baseball leagues all wore the number 32.
All wore the number what?
32.
Oh, Brown.
Jim Brown.
Yeah, that
Sandy Koufax. Elgin Baylor.
No, that's not football.
Okay.
But he was 22, I think, by the way, wasn't he? No, that was what?
Magic Johnson was 32.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, Elgin was 22.
And what was the other two?
Cookie Gilchrist.
Oh, I would have never. I'm not that old.
And then he invented the donut.
Winchell's.
Elston Howard.
Elston
wow.
Howard.
The baseball donut.
Did he really?
That donut. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that donut.
Man, I'm trying to figure Winchell's was a good call on that one.
Getting hungry here at the 7th inning? What?
Yeah, you got any donuts?
Yeah, there you go.
Any cops around here? Let's see.
Here we go. Overby up to try to keep it alive.
Overby hit the ball hard last time.
Yes, he did. We got 2 outs, down by 4.
Mora with the lead.
So they tomorrow, Los Alamitos either play at 2 or 5?
They will play at noon if they do not win this game. The odds are long
and if
right now.
they do win, they'll play later on that evening.
I see.
Because Los Al hadn't lost yet. Mexico's lost 1 game already. They have to beat Los Al twice.
Oh.
So the first phase of the thing is a double elimination tournament.
Okay.
Just like the College World Series now.
Okay.
Right.
And then the final game is winner take all between the winners of the 2 pools.
I mean, it could easily be everybody with a loss, if it's after the second game. Good swing there. Yeah. If Korea wins the second game, then everybody's got 1 loss going into tomorrow, which will make it real interesting.
Which means that the championship game won't start till 7 o'clock.
Till 7 o'clock.
5 o'clock starting time.
What time's the next game starting?
Well, figure 15 minutes after this one's over. In the dirt, Moore is off.
He got hit.
Oversby jumping like he got hit.
Now, Greg, you played in the '84 series, right?
I did.
That's right.
'84 at the Padres.
Detroit versus San Diego, right?
Yep. We were wore out after the playoffs against the Cubs. That more exhausting and intense than it was in the World Series. We just faced a team that, you get behind, it was over. That Detroit team was absolutely unbelievable.
They were like 30-3 when the season.
Something like that. I think it was 34-7 after 41 games or something ridiculous. That.
And that was frustrating for Dennis that year because they were with Toronto. They were 20 games above 500, but they were like 12 games out.
It didn't
there's
matter.
No wild card.
Back there wasn't.
Yeah.
Well, that was at the Giants. Was the year that they finished they won over 100 games and they didn't make the playoffs.
Didn't make the playoffs. Yeah, there's some.
Speaking of old.
We had Overby walk, so we now have runners at first and
tying
second.
runs on deck.
Wyatt Gorman's played right
up,
now.
Struck out last time, but mostly he's the kind of guy that puts the ball in play.
You mentioned that '84 series. I was on my honeymoon in Munich, for Oktoberfest.
Munich, huh?
And a bunch of guys who were Detroit fans come in the night after they won the series. That was like one of the craziest nights I've ever been around in my life. They were happy.
Oh, it was crazy there. They had a flat-out riot after that game. We're sitting in a bus on the street watching the riots, turning cop cars over, cabs were burning, and they came in with 15 horses side by side from sidewalk to sidewalk and walked them all out. Yeah, talk about something that was worse than this Huntington Beach riot.
Gets away. Mora easily down to third. Overby to second. 2 balls, 1 strike. Los Al making it interesting here in the.
Yes, they are.
Never
Never say die. It's not over till it's over. Especially you got Marsh on deck, who homered last time up. So there's a lot of good things that happen if.
And the third, I know Mora's fast, but he's got to be careful because his run really means nothing at this point. So if the ball gets away, you got to really play
we got
safe.
3-1. There'll be bases loaded. Marsh coming up. It's kind of a perfect scenario, isn't it?
Very nice scenario, and Mexico has nobody warming up, so they're going to ride it out with Payan.
It looks like it. They did have a right-hander 2 innings ago, but yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's your scenario.
Bases loaded. Mike Marsh, last time up, he hit a home run.
Tying run at the plate.
Michael Marsh.
I can't make it any more interesting than this, huh?
Yeah.
The Miami fans are going,
you can't
please
write
don't,
it
please
better than
don't. Yeah.
Oh, good cut.
Marsh was going for the game tire on that one. Oh, 1 count.
Was that behind him?
Kind of looked like it, didn't it?
Either up and either behind him. I don't know. He kind of made a.
Kind of stepped forward on the plate.
Didn't he, though? Yeah, like it was behind him.
Our angle here down the left field line. Not the best for judging that one. But like you were saying, Kevin, Mora with no interest going in on that.
Yeah, there's
exactly.
no. It doesn't do.
If he gets thrown out, the game's over.
That one you could go.
Now, is a smart move. His run means nothing.
It's one of the few we've seen go that far up the line.
Payan making Miranda run quite a bit on that one. He had some heat on it, bounced pretty far.
Either he's throwing harder or Miranda's getting slower. Yeah, maybe the reactions aren't as quick back there like he was earlier in the game.
Payan with the pitch.
That ball was high, 3-1. Going to put the tying run at first, and Bola on deck, who's had good at-bats against him tonight.
And Marsh has good speed, so you have the tying run at first base with good speed. Hard to score on it. Hard to get a triple in this park, though.
Yeah. Walking with a breaking ball.
Yep. Okay.
So making it interesting. 11-8 is now our score. Ryan Bola ripped that ball down the third baseline.
Yes, he did.
Another one.
Can you say rip when you hit it to the opposite field?
Still ripped it. Yeah,
is there a law against that?
Yeah. Hey, you ripped it in the stands, right? Yeah, I mean, just. Oh, the plate didn't get smaller, did it?
He's the LaSalle answer to the Big Poppy right here.
Oh, I call him Booth Pal.
Booth Pal.
Booth Pal.
B-O-O-T-H. Booth Pal.
Payan delivers.
Oh, he wanted that one.
Yeah.
He wanted that one. I'm swinging at that.
That was high and inside.
Well, they've been hitting the high balls pretty hard today.
Yeah, well, Mexico certainly hit them.
Yeah, you're right. Booth Pal.
Payan.
Oh, got him with a breaking ball.
Got him on his heels. Got him set up now.
He's too anxious, you know. Sit back like he was doing all day.
He had that
little anxious.
Had that one bat where he really worked him about 10, 15 pitches.
Yeah. Kids on the fence getting a better view of the game.
One-two pitch, Payan.
Good eye.
That was a 1-2 waste pitch. See if he can smother it.
We're twos again, Greg.
We're at 2 2s and 2s.
92% of the time you throw a strike.
92% of the time.
Throw a strike, the batter's out.
You're right.
You're right.
It wasn't a strike, but he swung at it like it was a strike.
Well, there you
Hey,
go.
they battled back.
They made it exciting the last inning,
good game.
but they couldn't do it.
They kept the pressure on. You know, it's just now it's what it comes down to tomorrow. You know, now it came out a little flat today, but they ended up, putting on a good finish and got that edge back. Now tomorrow the same two teams play together, and it's almost like a 3-game series. You know, who are you going to pitch tomorrow? And
well, LaSalle can come back with Marsh if they have the confidence in him because he didn't throw very much today.
Yeah, well, after what I saw Thursday and today, he threw enough already.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. He wasn't sharp today. I just think that's too many pitches to come back with the day off, and maybe for a Sunday to come back. But he wasn't as sharp. The velocity wasn't there, and it wasn't as crisp as it was when you're fresh on that first day. And Bola did a good job. Just had the one bad inning. After coming back throwing a lot of pitches and on Thursday, but Mora looked like he's got a pretty good arm. So I don't know who pitched yesterday, but it's going to be interesting to see who it all comes out
yesterday
tomorrow.
They went with Bursick and Chafee.
Okay.
Bursick and Chafee, and that'll probably be the starting rotation tomorrow.
Okay.
Mora came in and pitched the 7th inning. He pitched today.
Yeah, but I guarantee tomorrow they're not going to come out looking that flat. Tomorrow's do or die. Go home if you lose time.
If you come out flat when it's all on the line,
it's going to be tough to come back and win those games. And I think they spotted Mexico a little bit too many runs. They just did a lot of things early in the game that they just coming out here ready to play. These guys are elimination too. They had to play this morning. If they lose, they go home. They came back and played a good game. And
well, to think they were down 7-0, and it looked like there was no chance, and then they only allowed one more. They allowed four more
runs in the last
and it was
4
the last
innings.
at bat. I mean, that could have right there.
They had the tying run at the plate, so
it's all you can ask for.
All you can ask for.
That's exactly correct. So,
all right.
Take that, carry it over tomorrow. They play at noon, and it's tomorrow should be a really good day all day. I mean, you got the finals at 5, and it can be anybody. There's nobody that's just running away with it. Should be a good game, the second game between Miami and Korea. Like I say, if Korea wins, everybody's got one loss, and let's go.
You're right. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining us again today. Kevin, great meeting you and talking with you.
It was my pleasure, and it was good seeing
Kevin's always
Greg.
a pleasure, buddy.
Always
it's always
great,
a pleasure, and like I say, it was great to have it, and be looking forward to seeing Dennis tomorrow. I think that's going to be great. Get reunited with Dennis and bring him out here and let him talk with us and that kind of stuff. But
all right, well, guys, thanks again.
Thanks again.
I'm going to wrap it up here. I want to thank our crew, Kirk Stevens in the truck, cameraman Paul Bauer, Tom Adams, and Scott Arnold up there, Andy Potapacini on audio and giving me grief all the time. Anyway, that's it for us. The final score here, 11-8. Tomorrow we'll be back. Los Alamitos versus Mexico again for the bracket championship. See who's going to go on to the championship game. For now, this is Larry Strother, and we will see you tomorrow.